ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that we are live. But oh, yeah, we are live. But hold on, I'm coming through the wrong bloody sound thing. Oh, this is annoying. My sound bar. No. Oh, it's all going wrong. There we go. Put my headphones in. It's all going wrong. Right. How we doing, everybody? Boomer issues indeed. So. How we doing, everybody? Boomer issues indeed. Oh, it's coming from my phone. I'm like, why is that coming through? Where can I hear it coming from? Anyway, boomer issues for sure. So, thank you all for being here. I know there's a good amount of people here already, so I appreciate all of your time. 551 of you already. Let me turn down that wailing in my ear hole. I've got Jake Paul going on. I've got the UFC fights going on. Been some good UFC action tonight, I'll tell you that. Some very, very good stuff. And we've also got the Jake Paul versus Mike Perry show, the shenanigans. But I'll tell you what, and I don't mind saying it, I am very, very much invested in Mike Perry getting the job done here tonight. It's going to be tough, though. Jake Paul's bigger, all the rest of it. We'll get to all that stuff, the fun stuff, the analysis, and blah, 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 and the alternative commentary. But I'll answer a few of your questions. I saw you lot in the chat saying, put some money on it, Bisping. And I thought, you know what, you're right. I'm going to do it because it makes it way more fun. I'm not really a guy that bets on fights. In fact, in the UFC, I can't bet on fights. I think it's illegal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's illegal for me to bet on fights. Even family members of mine, because obviously it would be me having them bet on my behalf. So, yeah, I don't bet generally. But I've just put $500 on Mike Perry. It's not a big bet, but that's big for me. I don't bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these guys. Oh, bro, I just dropped 10 G's. You know, it's like $500. That's good for me. I'm not sure exactly what the odds are because Rebecca's doing it as we speak. You should never underestimate the predictability of stupidity. Terry Bailey, you talking shit, mate? Come on, pal. I've been retweeting you up a storm all day. Right, as I was setting up, Adam Rogers, would you do another episode of Are You Garbage? I would, Adam Rogers. But anyway, I was watching, I was just setting up, I was getting ready, getting everything, you know, all my ducks in a row, so to speak, even though I still didn't do it right. And I saw a little bit of the Uriah Hall fight, and I was kind of looking forward to that. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't set up and watch that entire fight because it didn't seem like the most action-packed fight. But am I wrong? Was it a good fight? It didn't seem like it. I wasn't paying attention. I was kind of bored. The commentary was putting me to sleep. But, you know, we're not here to talk about that. Hyperion F says, much love to big man Mike Bisping. Well, thank you very much. How many rounds is the Jake Paul fight? I believe 8 rounds. Is it 8 rounds or 10 rounds? Let me know in the chat, please. I've been offering a bit of commentary. I did a couple of videos on it, but I haven't been paying that much attention to it. I did see the press conference. You might have saw that video. If you did see it, thank you for watching. I was just blown away by the arrogance and the bullshit that comes out of the mouth of Jake Paul. So I really want Mike Perry to do this. However, he's the smaller guy. He's not as strong. He probably doesn't hit quite as hard either. But come on, let's go, Mike. I keep having some ESPN issues here. So I've got the fights on that screen. I've got Jake Paul on that screen. This is Tony Aguilar versus Corey Marksman. That's the next fight that's coming up. Ben, Mike, I'm from near Clitheroe. You are the GOAT in my opinion. Well, thank you, Ben, from near Clitheroe for that $2. I appreciate you, brother. Perry is a 350 underdog. All right, T-Heezy. Well, as I say, throwing down a cheeky 500. Joe Martinez in the ring there. He's the ring announcer. Joe Martinez does a lot of the UFC stuff when Bruce Buffer isn't available. And Bruce Buffer, let's be honest, the man's, I want to say 66 years old. Bruce Buffer is on the road all the time, and it's not an easy life. Living on the road, living out of a hotel, living out of a suitcase. You know, but fair play to Bruce Buffer. The man is a workhorse. I'm telling you right now. How long has he been in the UFC now? Something like 2003? Something like that. Anyway, my man John Brannigan is behind the scenes. I know we've got a poll up here. Who's going to win? So there's 1,600 votes. 75% of you have Mike Perry getting the win. And thank you all for being here. 1,700 of you all. Yeah, look, listen. It seems like I'm really against Jake Paul. I've never met the guy. I have had plenty of interactions and DMs from the guy where he talks a lot of shit. And then I kind of calmed him down. I said, look, Jake, I don't know you. I said, the only reason it seems like I'm critical of you is because you're not doing what a normal fighter should do. Okay? I said, but listen, I wish you all the best. So then he kind of started being a bit more cordial. Then he wanted me to join forces with him on his bloody union attempts or whatever. So I just went dark again. He goes, oh, look at that, typical. You don't want to help out any other fighters. It's like, who the hell are you helping? You're not helping people, you're helping yourself. And fair play, he doesn't owe anything to anybody, you know, but it's just like this constant bullshit that comes out of his mouth. It does irritate me a little bit. Anyway, right, let's have a look at this. No man alive. No man alive. You should stream more. Thank you, Jeff. By the way, got a No Man Alive piece of merch coming soon. That is correct. My agent has been on my case. He's been on my case to get some merch out. So we've got a No Man Alive t-shirt and hoodie. That's coming soon. So anyway, keep an eye out for that one. Mike, you're late. In fact, execution rocks. I'm early. That's just how I live my life. You know, I'm just one of those people, you know. Bisping, are you going to write another book? Post-UFC life as a commentator and YouTuber. Well, I'm not just a bloody commentator and YouTuber. I do a lot of other things as well. First and foremost, family man, father, husband, you know. Would I write another book? I mean, I'm certainly not against it. I've just got to have more stuff happen. You know, there's a lot of stuff that didn't go in the first book, but nobody wants to hear that. You know, stuff that I didn't say the first time. You got to go on new adventures. So that's currently what I'm doing right now. I'm only 45 years old. Yes, to some people that seems like an old man, but I'm still hungry. I've still got a passion for life. I'm still hungry to achieve more. This story isn't over. So when I do a few more things, there may be another book there. All right, got a few super chats coming in. Excuse me. It's Bohica says, excuse me, I'm burping. My God. What do you think about Tom Aspinall saying that he would rugby tackle Pereira and submit him right away? Well, Tom Aspinall, I think, because I did see the clip. I didn't see it long enough to where he said he would submit him right away, but I did see, maybe it was just trimmed on Twitter or something. And that'd be the smart thing to do. Tom Aspinall's got a great wrestling base. So why would you stand with Alex Pereira? You take the path of least resistance. Submit him right away? It's possible. It's possible. All right, 101 commentary says, could you see Jake Paul gassing out because of the weight he's been putting on and Mike Perry turning it up later and maybe stopping him? Yeah, so I didn't do an official prediction video for this one, but that's kind of what I expect. I expect Mike Perry to be very, very aggressive from the get-go. I expect him to get in his face, close the distance because he has to. Jake Paul's spoken about keeping him on the end of his jab, right? Got to use the head movement, use the feet, get on the inside, and just be super aggressive. Just let the hands go. To do that, you've got to be in ridiculous shape. And this is a big opportunity for Mike Perry. If he can be the second person to beat Jake Paul, you know, it'd be huge for his career. So I think he's going to be in great shape. But you can't assume that Jake Paul's going to be in bad shape either. Every fight that Jake Paul's having, there's a lot of money to be made, right? And he's already made a ton of money. So has he got the same appetite for training? You know, I don't know. I don't know if he has. And as Mike Perry said, he's looking a little flubbery. He is the heavier guy. So maybe. For Mike Perry, that'd be the best case scenario. If Jake Paul starts to get tired, then of course, not going to be good for him. Got a few other super chats. What round will Perry win? What do I think? I don't know. I never put a bet on that. I never put a specific round. But you can't underestimate Mike Perry. So I'm going to go, all right, screw it. Let's make it exciting. I'll text Rebecca. Round 6. In fact, I'd be surprised if Mike Perry goes at him like we know he can. I'd be surprised if he can make it to round 6. We've never really seen him deal with somebody like Mike Perry that's a little buzzsaw, that's just in your face the whole time. Hold on, something's going on here in the UFC. What's this? Hold on. Let me have a little listen. Turn up this. Steve Garcia looks like he just won the fight over on the UFC. I've got all the action going on here. I wish you could see the screens. I do like Steve Garcia. That man's an awesome fighter. So thank you, Ben, for that one. Frank Kingston said, "Hi, Mike. Do you still have the flag with all the messages on it? Thanks for doing the stream, you legend." Well, thank you, Frank, for being here, buddy. Do you know what? I was looking for that flag recently because I want to get it framed and put it behind me. And I can't find it. It's in the house. I know that for a fact. So I've just got to... I've just got to bloody search the house. You know what I mean? But... you know, searching the house is a pain in the bloody ass. What's going on? My chats have blocked. Oh, there we go. Frozen, I mean. Catherine is your biggest fan from the Philippines. Well, shout out to Catherine. Hope you're well. See if I missed any others. What do you think about... Yeah, we did that one. J. Paul gassing out. All right, okay. Let's do a few questions. Thoughts on Kattar versus Nelson? I don't have a prediction, Adam. Sorry, mate. I'm not familiar with those guys. So, yeah. I always had this question that can a champion move down for a second belt or can they only go up? Well, the answer is yeah, of course, you can go up, you can go down. TJ Dillashaw, remember, he was the bantamweight champion, the first fight on ESPN at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Look at that. People say I got CTE. Look at the memory. TJ Dillashaw went down a weight class to fight Henry Cejudo. And Henry Cejudo, if I remember correctly, got a stoppage pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure my facts are correct there. This is looking like a good little matchup here. This Aguilar versus Marksman. In the chat, let me know if you guys are watching live. How many of you are watching these live and tuning in at the same time? Or are you just sitting there just, you know, staring at me on YouTube? How long until the fight starts? Probably, I think until the fight starts, Jake Paul, about 80 minutes, something like that. There's what? There's three more fights, 2 more fights after this one, and then Jake Paul. So it all depends if these go the distance or not. Bisping, when you're getting in there and beating Jake, I know you could easily do it. Well, cheers to you, my friend. Mad YouTube, Mad YT. Well, you probably know this by now, but it's relevant. Jake Paul sent a contractual offer to my agent. It was a couple of years ago now, and I had no interest then, and I've got no interest now. I really don't. I say that. I mean, the thing is, I've got to go get neck surgery soon. I keep pulling this bloody earphone out. I've got to go get neck surgery soon. When I take care of that, I might feel differently. Because I still feel like I've got one more in the tank. I still hit the bags in the garage. Still work out quite a bit. So I'm still in shape. You know, my resting heart rate is still about 50 BPM. Work out every day, do cardio every day, lift weights every day, hit the bag a few times a week. But sparring right now with my neck, it's a little bit troublesome. So we'll see, mate. We'll see. But I don't know. Maybe I could. Staring at you, Michael, hoping to meet you in person. Are you going to be at UFC 304 in Manchester? Because if you are, you might get to see me. I'll tell you what. This is a nice little fight going on here, though. I'm not familiar with either gentleman, though. I can't lie. Can't pretend. When is Jake fighting? About just over an hour. All right, UFC and boxing wouldn't be half as big without illegal streams. Well, that's a weird comment, mate. That is a weird comment to make. I don't think the illegal streams contribute anything to either sport. They're good for you. They're good for people that don't want to pay. But bad for people like Nate Diaz. Remember, Nate Diaz is suing the promoter from 2 weeks ago when he boxed Masvidal. And I'm assuming that's because the promoter didn't sell enough pay-per-views and doesn't have the money I'm not saying it's all because of illegal streams, but that's definitely going to be a contributing factor. The younger generations now, they know how to get these streams instantly. Like my son Callum, he never pays for shit. He's always illegally streaming. Take that back. Can you say some mean things about my mate Trent? Well, Chris Williamson, Trent. I don't know what to say to him, but what's he look like? He sounds like a knobhead. How's that? There you go. Chris Williamson. Trent, shut up. Anyway, got a spare ticket for Uncle Michael from Manchester. Do you know what? I did have a spare ticket until this afternoon. Gave it to my little brother. So it'd be good to see my little brother. I haven't seen him for a while. Shout out to Adam Bisping, currently serving the military. Been there for many, many years. In the military for many years. Why do you have a banner of Usyk in the background? I don't have a banner of Usyk in the background. What are you referring to? Oh, nice little right hook and to the body from Marksman. Is it Marksman? The black guy, is that Marksman? Aguilar. I mean, he's got the green and yellow one, so I assume that's Marksman and Aguilar in the black shorts. Anyway, my guy, you had a chance to check out your shirt submissions. Oh, UFC Alien, what's up, mate? I did see that one. So my agent has already sorted something out, but I will respond to you, buddy. On the other side with Mike G, change a life. Let me interview you, count. All right. Done. Let me get rid of that piece of gum because that's driving me crazy. Hi, Bisp. Hope you're well. What are we drinking tonight? Well, so far, we're just on a cheeky little vodka tonic with a bit of Rose's lime. Now, here's the thing. Why is it in America, I asked for lime juice or Rose's lime. Right, look, listen. For anyone not in America, this is going to blow your mind. Certainly people from the UK. They don't have cordial. They don't have cordial in America. They don't. They don't know what it is. The closest thing I think they have is Crystal Light. But they do have one. It's called Rose's Lime. And sometimes they have it in bars, sometimes they don't. And if they don't, I say, can I get some lime juice? They go, yeah. And they bring it with a lime in. And I'm like, no, that's not what I asked for. So anyway, that's what I'm drinking. Vodka, tonic, and a little Rose's Lime. Just the one for me. Don't want to be making a fool out of myself. Well, Eddie the Horror Addict says I look super handsome and dapper. Well, I'll take it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, buddy. I have no idea what that is. Yeah, cordial. All you do is orange, pineapple. They have blackberry, all different kinds of fruit fusions. This is a good fight. I tell you that. Never mind the cordial. You pour a little bit and then you mix it with water. Boom, there you go. It's great. I was raised on cordial. That's all I ever used to drink. And then when we didn't have any cordial in the house, my mum used to give me the classic. Anyone from England know what I'm going to say here. Mum, there's no cordial. What can I drink? Corporation Pop, which means water, of course. My mum used to think that was absolutely hilarious. And I'd say to my mum as well, Mum, what are we having for tea tonight? Because that's what we say in the north of England. Not dinner, tea, but we mean dinner. What are we having for tea? Shit with sugar on. She would always say that as well, thinking she was hilarious. My wife thinks that's disgusting, but I'm like, it's all right. She's just joking. SJ says, am I commentating UFC 304 next Saturday? The answer to that question is yes, I am. And I'm very, very excited for it. It's a big deal for me. It is because my first fight in the UK for the UFC was in Manchester. I defended the belt in Manchester. I'm from Clitheroe, which is about 40 minutes outside of Manchester. So it's like my home city. You know, it's the nearest city to where I live. So yeah, to go back to the UK and be commentating in Manchester. I've done it in London a bunch, but to be doing it in Manchester, yeah, I'm excited, man. It's going to be amazing. I wish I was going into the ring and doing the interviews. But I'm not going to be doing that. That'll be DC, because he does those on pay-per-views when Rogan's not around. There's a hierarchy, and that's totally fine. I totally get it. He's been there much longer, and DC's great at his job. So shout out DC, by the way. I'm trying to click on the UFC action here. The ESPN app keeps kicking me out. Anyway, Pereira to bring the release. Pereira. What is that? Perry to release the inner killer dog in this fight tonight. I can see Paul getting the better of Perry. He might be lighter, but that could work in his benefit. He'll be quicker. Yeah, I totally agree. I think he is going to be quicker. I think he's going to be faster. I think he's going to be more aggressive in general. And I do think being lighter will help him because that won't affect the gas tank quite as much. Speaking of gas tank, this fight here, if you're watching it on the Perry Paul pay-per-view, 5Ps, Perry Paul pay-per-view, 4. This is a banger. These guys are absolutely going at it, and some good boxing on display as well. Got some super chats coming in. Mike, is there a reason that you missed my dono about the video of you using a woman's setting a woman's scooter alight in Leeds? Video was shocking, mate. Any comment on your act? Crack dog. What are you talking about? Oh, shit. Did you see those riots in Leeds, though? Unreal, man. Unbelievable. So anyway, let's go through the donos. What's my favourite cordial flavour? Well, right now, I only drink it with a bit of Fog Tonic, so lime. But when I was a kid, orange cordial, orange and pineapple. I did like a bit of blackberry as well. Anyway, this is a hard-hitting stuff. Chris Williamson, welcome to the club. You are now a member. If Rebecca was here, she'd give you a woo. But she's not here, and I can't do that. Right, let's go down here. Let's have a look how many is on here now. 3,281 of you. Thank you all for being here. John Brannigan's just put a poll up. What is the poll? Who you got? Jake Paul, Mike Perry, or a draw? We did that one already. Besides the main event in UFC 304, what fight are you most excited for? The Mick Parkin fight is definitely the one I'm most excited for. Well, Mick Parkin's a great fighter. He's a nice addition to the heavyweight division, but I wouldn't say it's one of the ones I'm most excited for. Obviously, the main event, Leon versus Bilal, that's going to be tremendous. The co-main, Tom Aspinall, Curtis Blades, very excited for that. But outside of those two, come on, it's an easy question. Paddy the Baddy versus King Green, not Bobby Green, versus King Green. He changed his name. I'm excited for that fight. This is a real tough scenario for Paddy Pimblett. It's kind of a sink or swim situation, you know, because he's talked a big game, and good for him. That's what you got to do. And he's had 5 or 6 fights in the UFC so far, and you know it's been a slow progression, but that's totally fine, you know. And he's passed the test. The last time, Tony Ferguson, it was kind of a lose-lose situation, but he got the job done. He got the win over a veteran. Before that, he had the close one with Jared Gordon, which kind of, you know, it wasn't his fault. He didn't score that fight. Now he's got a real test, a ranked guy in Bobby Green, and it's going to be a tough one. It's a tough one. And this is kind of, as I say, sink or swim, make or break, shit or bust. And it's not shit or bust. If he loses, he's still got a career. Of course he has. But this will kind of be a yardstick as to whether or not, you know, what his future is in the lightweight division. And that's kind of the problem for Paddy, because he's in the lightweight division. It's the most difficult division in all the sport. And Bobby Green, great wrestling, smooth on the feet, good takedown defense. Paddy's got unorthodox striking now. He has some looping shots that kind of catch people. And if he gets it to the ground, he's got a massive advantage on the ground. So it's a great fight. It's a great fight. Very, very much looking forward to that one. Got a few more super chats coming in here, so let's have a look. Pereira or Jones? Pereira or Jones? I'd have to go with John Jones in that one. Not saying Pereira couldn't catch him on the feet, but John Jones, look at what he did to Cyril Gane. It'd be a similar approach. It would. Kiefer Crosby, boom. Thank you very much, brother. Bisping, you and Max Holloway have the hottest wives in the UFC. Love you. You're my man crush. No homo, respect from Saskatchewan, Canada. Jordan. Well, Jordan Lindsay, thank you very much. Yeah. I'm not going to comment on Max Holloway's wife. She's a very pretty girl, though. My wife is a pretty lady as well. I'm a lucky man. I'm very blessed. And God bless her. She's got the absolute patience of a saint. She's going to join the stream in a little bit after the fight. She's not going to come and sit here while we're talking about fight stuff and commentating the Jake Paul fight. 2 more fights to go, I believe, after this one. Then Jake Paul and Mike Perry make the walk. So, yeah, but thank you. I appreciate that compliment very, very much. It's always nice to hear that, right? You know, and she is. She's a beautiful woman. Flush to the mush, Perry for the win. Oh, God, could you imagine Mike Perry just shin kicks him to the face? That'd be hilarious. All right, Cynthia, here we go with the first people trying to troll me. What's your opinion on Roberto's old dick? Roberto Soldic. Come on, mate, that's an old one. But A for effort. Good try. Mike, do you believe, this is from Joe Correa. I hope I'm saying that right. Mike, do you believe the haters who say that Kayla Harrison only left the PFL to avoid the Dutch kickboxing phenom Wilma Dickwork? Oof. I thought you were asking a legitimate question, then I just saw it. Wilma Dickwork. That's a good one. Highway 24. Thanks, buddy. Oh, shit. Will my dick work? I don't know, mate. I don't know if my dick will work at this rate. Anyway, not watching the UFC card. I am. I've got it here on one of the screens. Who said that? That is Saint Patty 100. The problem is I keep clicking on it. It plays. And it keeps kicking me off for some reason. It's driving me nuts. Here we go. Main event. Amanda Lemos making the war right now. Bisping versus Sonnen in an 8-round boxing match. Who wins? I absolutely smoke him to death. I destroy Chael Sonnen. I wipe the floor with Chael Sonnen. He can take as much juice as he wants. He would not stand a chance. In fact, let's set it up. Never mind Jake Paul. I wouldn't lower myself to Jake Paul, but I wouldn't mind a little move around with Chael just for old time's sake. You know what I mean? Just for a bit of fun and games. I know that sounds like I'm ducking Jake Paul. I'm not ducking Jake Paul. Hi, Mikey. Would I fight Jake Paul? You heard what I just said there. Have you heard of Bilal's teammate, Mohammed Ran? I have not. Anytime somebody says that, have you heard? I'm always like, okay, is this a joke? That sounds like this is a legitimate one. Mohammed Ran. I think it is. I think it's legitimate. Shamshir says, I want to impress my wife. Can I borrow your eye and tell her I won it in a fight against you? Okay, look, listen. I've got to get a new eye. It's coming. I put something on social media. I ordered it a long, long time ago. It's ready to pick up, but I've just got to go in and do the final appointment. Because you go in, they do a mold, then they do something to it. Then you go back again, and then they try it on, and they shape it down, they shave it and all the rest of it to make sure it doesn't stick out too much or it's not too shallow, you know. Then the next phase for the next appointment, then they hand paint it and stuff so it matches your other eye. And now the final one, I've got to go back, put the eye in, and, you know, they make sure it's all perfect. It's all tickety-boo. So I'm going to have a spare. I'm going to have a spare one, buddy. Maybe I should give it away for charity. Maybe I should put it in like a case and do something. I don't know. Would you trade your hairline for an eye? Without question. If I could get my second eyeball back, man, of course. I used to have a shaved head for years, you know. Although, I do like having a head of hair these days. See, look, yeah. I think maybe, oh no, it's working. No, it's not. I think maybe it's because I've got both fights going. Maybe why. But anyway, Amanda Lemos versus Vina Jandiroba. That's an interesting matchup. Probably lean towards Amanda Lemos in this one. She's tough as hell, but Jandiroba, you can never underestimate her. Mike, it makes me think we may have been a bit nasty with the whole tea debacle. What do you mean? What are you referring to? What on earth are you referring to? The whole... What? You mean like the Boston Tea Party? Are you talking about the War of Independence, 1776? That's the only thing I can think of. All right, Christopher Lau says, I am worried that Paul's ability to jab straight punches or tougher with bare knuckle will overwhelm Perry tonight. Yeah, that's a good point. I understand what you're saying, and he is taller. And when Mike Perry and Jake Paul squared up yesterday, the reach advantage on Jake Paul, it is significant. But he's not the most technical boxer. He's not the best jabber. Yeah, okay, he's going to use the jab. He's going to pump the jab. Okay, but it's not like... He's not the best boxer. He just isn't. And that's why he's fighting all these people. You know, 9-1. He's only fought one proper boxer. Don't get me started on the Ryan Borland and the other guy. Do you know what I mean? That was just a shit show of the highest degree. I'm just having a listen here to the commentary. They got Tyron Woodley on commentary. They've got Ariel Helwani on commentary as well. I mean, he knows everything about fighting. Don't fucking get me started. Ooh, the beef. Mike, right, okay, we did that one. I've got one more here. All right, anyway, some random questions. Hi, Mike. Your advice, how to get a six-pack. How to get a six-pack? Well, you got to get in shape. Probably, more than likely, most people, we all have a six-pack. We all have the muscles under there. Of course, if you haven't, then you got to do some sit-ups and do some core work and all the rest of it. But it's the fat. It's the fat around you. I see people, if they want to get a six-pack and start doing loads of sit-ups, that's not the way. You could do all the sit-ups in the world, but if you're, not even overweight, if you've got, an average BMI, if you've got a body fat of 15%, 20%, maybe even a little higher, you're probably not going to see it. So you've just got to reduce the fat. To do that, you've got to reduce the carbs and you've got to work out, So just get active, mate. Try and work out. Try and lift weights 4 times a week. Lifting weights is so essential. And move your body. You don't have to do loads of running. Here's Hulk Hogan walking in. Let's go. Hulk Hogan. What a legend. What an absolute legend. Who's that? Is that his wife? Walking in with her there, a nice pretty lady. Hulk Hogan gave a speech at Donald Trump's rally the other day. You see that? That was fucking epic. And then Dana White came out and absolutely nailed it. Great speech from Dana. I think it's a slot fest. Best chins wins first 4 rounds. James, you're probably right. It's probably going to be a slot fest from Mike Perry. He's not a skilled boxer. Even when he knocked out Ryan Borland, there's a still, and he just loops his shots like this. When he knocked out Tyron Woodley, that's what he knocked him out with. You swing a shot like that, you're going to knock someone out. But most people don't swing like that because you get countered. But the people that he's gone up against, he's been able to get away with it because they've not been the best. Apart from Anderson Silva. But let's remember, Anderson Silva was almost 50 years old with a very, very long career. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not dissing Anderson Silva. And fair play, Jake surprised me on that one. But the man was almost 50. You know what I'm saying? Vina Jandiroba gets the takedown. Amanda Lemos going for the guillotine here. My stream's working perfect now, so I can see both fights. That guillotine is deep. Oh, man. Talk about under the chin. What she's got to do... Lemos, she probably knows this, her left leg, she's got to get it over the back, she's got to get on her side. When you're doing a guillotine, certainly when it's not in full guard, from half guard, you don't lie on your back. When you turn on your side, you accentuate the pressure on the neck. The problem for Lemos right now, if you're watching this, she's completely flat on her back, and now she's let go with her hand. You got to be on your side. You got to be on your side. You got to be on your hip. Anyway. We've got some new members coming in. Woo, I don't do that. That's Rebecca's role. Can you shout out my friend Kellen? It's his birthday. He'd ask himself, but he's currently off his face. Well, Kellen, Jesus Christ, come down to planet Earth, brother. Happy birthday, my friend Stephen P727. Shout out to you, Terry Bailey. Been a member for 24 months. Hope you're well, brother. Who is an up-and-coming fighter that you don't think is getting enough recognition? Oh dear, an up-and-coming fighter that's not getting enough recognition. Well, I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but Oban Elliott from the UK, from Wales, my fan way, he'll be fighting at UFC 304, and he's the final fight before the pay-per-view starts. So he's getting a little bit of attention there. That's a Welsh accent, in case you're wondering. But Oban Elliott, there's a lot of great up-and-coming fighters, mate, but who do you suggest? Anyway, let's go down. Any news on the Nate Diaz purse issue? Well, Nate Diaz was suing him because he's owed $9 million. The promoter said that he's probably going to have to go bankrupt. If the promoter goes bankrupt, that means Nate Diaz ain't ever going to get paid. Because there's nowhere to collect. He ain't ever going to get paid, and that really bums me out. I mean, it's awful for a fighter. Look at this. Lemos, she's all over Jandiroba here. She's on top now. She's taking the back, but she's falling off. Sweeps her. Nice sweep from Lemos. Jandiroba in on the leg. The knee bar is deep. So the right leg of Lemos, she's trying to push on the arse. You can see that she's trying to kick on the butt. That's what you got to do. Because you kick with this foot and you slide the other leg out. Now, Lemos switched to a toe hold as well. Look at Mike Perry walking in. The king of violence, looking like an absolute G. I love Mike Perry, and I don't care. I love him. I think he's absolutely hilarious. He's a solid human being. I've liked Mike Perry right from day one. I love his fight style. I love the rawness of Mike Perry. And then when I finally got a chance to meet him face to face, he did not disappoint. He was so fucking chill. He was so down to earth. He was so humble. Great guy, man. And he brings it. How can you not have a lot of respect for Mike Perry? And the way that he handled himself at the press conference as well. Jake Paul standing there, sitting there, talking shit about the diamonds that Mike Perry's wearing. I mean, Jesus Christ. He's claiming to be the face of boxing. He owns boxing. And talking about his upbringing. And you don't know how hard I've had it, you know. Mike Perry is a real one. Jake Paul is a fake. He's an imposter. And Stan, what kind of man? Who does he think he is? Ripping on people's diamonds. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. My God. You got money. Great. Still, so what? Don't start talking shit about someone's diamonds. I mean, I don't have any diamonds. It's not how I roll. It's not my cup of tea. Anyway, Woodley was embarrassing. What? On the commentary or in the fight? Yeah, I think it's my bloody Wi-Fi. The UFC fight is kind of shit the bed a second. Come on. Oh, I keep clicking out and then it starts working right as I click. God damn. Anyway, can we get a rematch with the New Orleans guy? The New Orleans guy, for people that don't know what Jacob Party's talking about, the New Orleans guy was the dude that assaulted me when I was with my wife and children in New Orleans. Punched me clean in the face. And then he did a video about it. So I did a YouTube video about it and it's my top video. He messaged my wife recently. And I think he messaged the BYM podcast as well. I was going to pay Harrington to box him. I was going to pay Harrington, but I was going to give him $1,000 to box Harrington. I thought, you know what, this piece of shit doesn't deserve $1,000. You know, let's have a look. I can't figure out how to place a bet on DraftKings, so I can't do it. For crying out loud, I've told her to place the bet. She can't figure it out. If Mike Perry... Oh, I'm going to have to call her down. I'm going to have to call her down. Christopher Lau says, okay, a question about me. I'm taking advantage of your expertise. I had a Kyokushin fighter thunder fuck my thighs with low kicks. That was Thursday. I still can't walk. Besides ice, what does Dr. Bisping recommend? You've got to get moving. You've got to get moving because when you move, exercise... walk, run if you can, exercise bike if you can't run. If you can't run, get on an exercise bike because the blood, when the blood comes to it, when you exercise, the blood starts circulating more, it brings fresh blood, and the more blood, it brings the recovery nutrients. I'm not a doctor, but that's essentially the basics of it all. So you've got to walk, you know, you've got to walk, you've got to run, you've got to move, you've got to get the blood pumping. But yeah, leg kicks, man, they absolutely suck. Do you know what I think, to be honest, because I haven't conditioned my thighs in a very, very long time. 4,000 of you here on the stream. Thank you all very, very much. Still got a long way to go before the fight joins, so I appreciate you all. Thank you for supporting the channel, supporting me over the years as well. What was I saying? Yeah, I haven't took a leg kick in years. Going into round 2, it looks like. Is it round 2 or 3 in the UFC? Amanda Lemos looks like she's been all over her. But anyway, I haven't took a leg kick in forever. So the ability to absorb, oh my God. The ability to absorb leg kicks, it goes away after a while. So if somebody leg kicked me hard, it'd be an issue. Right, I'm cringing. I'm looking at the stream. Here's Jake Paul making his entrance. He's walking in. You could call him a showman. You could call him an entertainer. You could also call him an absolute dildo. And that's what he looks like. Yeah, he's promoting his new fragrance, which is available in Walmart, which is where you get all the top brands, all the exclusive luxury brands are in there. I mean, fair play. I haven't got a fragrance out. No one's going to buy that shit. Come on. And he just looks like an absolute helmet of the highest degree. All right, okay. Let's go back to here. You're an effing legend, Bisping. Just wanted to remind you. Joshua Dubois, much love from North Carolina. Well, thank y'all, man. I might be moving to North Carolina one day. That's the plan. We've never been to North Carolina, but we've been looking at a lot of property there. So we might be making a move in years to come when Lucas finishes high school. So maybe I see you there, Joshua. Jake the fake flagrant. Yeah. Helmet foul. There's a lot of 10-year-olds out there. Exactly. You're right, mate. Who said that? Hating on Jake Paul for what? I'm not hating on him. He's just very irritating. He's an irritating human being. He's disrespectful. He's a cock. He's a wannabe. He's a fake. And he's just cherry picking most of the time old, over-the-hill MMA fighters, right? That really shouldn't lower themselves to fighting him. They're happy because they get a payday. Great. But then when he beats them, he gets on like he's Muhammad Ali. He fought one proper boxer, Tommy Fury, who's not even a real boxer, and he lost. You know, so then he goes back to people like, and fair play, he beat Nate Diaz. And that was Nate Diaz's fault, because Nate Diaz took him lightly. Nate Diaz showed up out of shape. They're still throwing down in this fight here, though. Aguilar versus Marksman. Good boxing, great skills. I would have respect for Jake Paul when he takes on a proper challenge. You know? Mike Perry, and this is the stupidity of Jake Paul. He doesn't even understand. At the press conference the other day, he was making fun of Mike Perry's record, saying, bro, you're 0-1 as a pro boxer. What kind of record is that? If he doesn't see the stupidness of his own comment there, it's ridiculous. He's promoting this fight. They're paying for Mike Perry to fight him. This is the show that they're promoting. And he's calling him out for having an 0-1 record. I mean, the stupidity is off the charts. You'd be like, let's keep that one down. Let's not mention that. Let's only mention the 5-0 in bare knuckle boxing. You know? The guy's a prick. He's just annoying, man. He's just annoying. And I hope Mike Perry beats the fucking living shit out of him. And so do you two. It'd be great. It'd be great. Exactly. Who said that? Jared. Jake's scared to fight real boxers. Correct. You know, he's at a stage in his career where he should be fighting real boxers, real challenges, people that have done it the whole time. Eddie Hearn put him in his place right from day one. He said, all right, fair enough, I'll give you one of my starter boxers. He said, because I forget how this all started. Jake Paul was bigging himself up, I'll beat anybody on your roster. So Eddie Hearn said, okay, what about this guy? Crickets. Didn't hear a thing. That's what you don't respect as a fighter. Fighters aren't supposed to know if you're going to win a fight. Otherwise, that's just called being a bully. And that's what he tries to do. He tries to game the system every time. That's why I don't have respect. Most fights I went into, even though I said and spoke with confidence, I didn't know I was going to win that fight. And I was shitting my pants in every single one. Because you're taking on real challenges, stylistic problems, wrestlers, powerhouse Division I wrestlers like Rashad Evans, when I've never wrestled a day in my life, you know. But you take those fights. He's taking on guys that are smaller, that are older, that don't box. Do you know what I mean? So that's why. And then he's talking about being Muhammad Ali. If he didn't give it all that talk at the same time, then fair play. But he does. So therefore, he gets shit on. Simple as that. There we go. All right, let's look at the questions. Shout out Nathan Cox and Michael Bisping, of course. Dog, had you winning your title 3 to 4 years before you got there? Well, thank you, Nathan Cox. Thanks for making me look like I knew what was up. Nathan Cox, you are a smart man. You're very intelligent. Mike, am I voting for Trump? I'm not voting for Trump, no. I can't vote. You know why I can't vote? Because I'm a legal immigrant. Seems like illegal immigrants are going to be able to vote. I don't know. Yeah, I can't vote, mate. The problem is out here in the States, you can only vote for one or two people, Republican or Democrat. I definitely wouldn't vote for Joe Biden. I definitely would not vote for that guy. So, yeah, I mean, if I had to vote for one of the two, I'd probably vote for Trump. There's a few policy things that I don't like on the Republican side, but, yeah, I'd probably vote for Trump. All right. Do you think Jake will end up in special government? I definitely wouldn't vote for Joe Biden. He should not be in office. He is not fit to run. But anyway, whatever. I know nothing about politics. Do you think Jake will end up in special government funding building after this fire due to the damage? Maybe an old folks home. Look, listen. You don't want anyone to... You don't wish harm on anybody. You know, listen, these guys, boxing's no joke. And that's another reason why it kind of pisses me off, right? Boxing, people die every year in boxing. It's not a joke. Almost 4,500 people. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate your time. Yeah, boxing's not a joke, and neither is mixed martial arts. It's a very, very serious business. You know, so yeah, I want Mike Perry to win because he's one of us. He's a mixed martial artist, and he's a real one. And I just resonate with his character better, more, should I say. But I don't want Jake Paul to get hurt. I don't want anybody coming out of any fight going to a hospital. I don't think anybody really wishes that. You know, you're tuning in for the wrong reasons if that's why you're watching combat sports. Combat sports are about seeing what fighters can overcome, seeing the strategy that they bring to the ring or the cage, you know, and how they can. And it's always inspiring as well when you see a fighter, you know, fighting through adversity, being a nail for a majority of the fight and then turning it around and becoming the hammer. Those kind of fights are so inspirational, and I love to see it. You know, a cheesy comparison would be Rocky in Rocky 5 when the whole crowd is booing him, you know, and then because of the heart that he shows, he turns it around and they're all chanting Rocky. You know, kind of like me versus Anderson Silva after round 3. Anyway, so we don't go in for that one, Ryan. We don't like people getting hurt. How can I train MMA with you, Bisping? Joe P. Bolin. I don't know, that's a good question. I do want to coach. I do want to start coaching fighters. Should we ever listen to Helwani's interview? Let's have a listen. Should we ever listen? John, let me know if this is bad. Can you guys hear that? I don't know if you can. Right, anyway, whatever. I'll put the headphones back in. I'll probably get demonetized. Nobody wants that. I'm kicked off YouTube. They're very, very sensitive. Anyway, Mike, it's been a pleasure as a British Royal Marine to follow you and admire your entire career. Thank you, Ryan. We all effing love you. You are and always will be the fighter's fighter. Shout out to the Marines. Well, Ryan, 100% shout out to the Marines. Shout out to the Army, to the Air Force. Shout out to all the armed forces out there and everyone making a sacrifice. I'm from a military family myself. So thank you for what you do. Thank you very, very much. And I truly appreciate that comment, Ryan. And thank all the lads on base from me. And tell them all I say hi. I went down to the Marines. Where was it? To the training camp down south. I forget where it was now, years ago. That was fun. Anyway, so thank you very much. Joe P. Bolin, I don't know how you can train MMA with me, mate, but I do want to start coaching one day. Ivor Beckers, you remember? Thank you, brother. And then one more super chat here. Shout out to Luna, Alexa, and to my love, Alejandra and Trevor Ray. Salsa Verde. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Hector Ramirez, I threw $21 on Mike Perry to win. For some reason, he's a plus 360 underdog, so I had to take it. I know. I've told my missus to drop $500 on the fight. She's saying she can't figure it out. For flip-flop's sake. Oh, my God. I'm trying to not swear as much. It's crude. It's very, very crude. So I'm going to try and stop swearing. Maybe I won't. All the best from Newcastle. Some gamer 79. How are you, man? How are you, pet? All right, I can't fucking do a Newcastle accent without... What was that? That wasn't Geordie, man. Why are you, man? That'll do. All right. Can we get Till impressions? Fucking hell, lad, right? I don't know about... right, I ain't scared of no one. Right? No, that ain't a Till impression. It's just a fucking Scouse accent, mate. And again, you can't do a Scouse accent unless you're fucking swearing. Do you know what I mean? Never stop swearing. I know. But you got to remember, I'm on TV broadcasts. They don't really want to see their commentators. So on and so forth out there swearing, effing and jeffing every 2 seconds. But it is what it is. I am who I am. Alex F. Hey, by the way... Fair play to Till last week. It was a shame, weren't it? Darren Till's boxing debut, I think it was, or boxing fight against whoever the hell that was, Moody. It ended the way that it did. There was a bit of a brawl. He pays these guys to get in there and not give 100%. Michael Johnson and Jake Paul. So, all right, let's talk about that. Who said that? King George III. Yeah. Yeah, so King George III, that's a great point. So, for the people that can't see that comment, he said that he pays his opponents to take it easy on them. Now, maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know anything about that. But you just brought that up. And funnily enough, my podcast, the Believe You Me podcast, I had Brendan All in Allen on there. And he said the exact same thing. So this is a rumor that's circulating. A lot of the time, there's no smoke without fire. And a lot of the time, it's just utter bullshit that someone just made up. You know, so I don't know. And I don't really want to comment on that. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't think he would. Let's put it like this. I don't think Mike Perry has the ability to throw a fight, to take it easy in a fight. I really don't. You know, when someone's coming at you, it brings out that animal side. All these fighters that compete, most of them, because they're cut from that cloth. Jake Paul's not. Jake Paul wants to be cut from that cloth. He wants to be respected. He wants to be admired. He wants people to think that he's a bad man. Because listen, who was it that said this? I forget, it doesn't matter. But when the heavyweight champion of the world walks in a room, everybody looks around. They all notice. They all want to get a picture. They're all like, wow, you know. To be able to dominate another man, to be the champion, to be the badass, to be the gladiator, it's a great look and it really appeals to certain men, you know, and Jake Paul wants that. Everybody wants to be the tough guy, you know, and that's what he wants, and that's why he puts on this facade. But then again, anyway, I'm repeating myself. Charlie Maguire says, can I get a "there's not a man alive" impression? You know what? My Tyson Fury, John Fury impression does need a bit of work. Because I saw someone else's on social media. Fighting man. He were a fighting man. Aye. Now it's coming back because it just got a bit too generic. Fighting man. When I say fighting man, it comes back. There's not a man alive like Mike Perry that would throw a fight. Mike Perry, no, fighting man, real proper gypsy-like. He's not going to throw a fight. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, Mike Perry's just not capable of doing that. There's no fucking way on this earth that Mike Perry is going to remember that if there was a contract signed and he's like, okay, I'm going to take it easy. As soon as you get cracked in the face, fuck the contract. That's out the window. He's like, this prick, he's coming for me. So, yeah, I call bullshit on that whole theory, if I'm honest. You know, and as much as I like to talk shit about Jake Paul, because he's a cock, I don't think he's paying these. Look at what he's wearing. Can anyone see what he was walking into the ring wearing there? Here he is, beating up an Uber driver. As much as he's an annoyance, and that's the best way of putting it, as much as he is an annoyance, I don't think he's paying these fighters to take a duck. I really don't. Or to take a dive. I really don't. Brenner Shell says, thank you for knocking out Rockhold. Best KO in championship history next to Conor. Thank you, Brenner. I appreciate that, brother. Oliver Ekman says, hey, Mike, have you heard of these new UFC signings? Bernie Gores from K1, big middleweight. Oh, okay. Whenever anyone says the new signing, that's what I'm expecting to be trolled. But I wasn't trolled there. Bernie Gores from K1. Is that a joke? I don't think it is. All right. Well, no, I haven't heard of him. I have not heard of Bernie Gores. Oh, for fuck's sake, you fucking. Oh God, you're. Oh God. Oh, you're fucking. Oh. Mike, I actually just started watching and all the rest of it. I actually started saying and all the rest of it. Well, I've been an influence on you and all the rest of it. Mike, shout out my brother. He's fighting right now on the pole card. And also my cousin, Jesus, a UFC flyweight. Really? Well, you are, Michael Aguilar, you are a fighting family. Proper fighting men. I'm pretty sure you were trolled. Yeah, no, I know. I just got it. And I was laughing at myself. Because I just gave it that whole speech. And then I'm like, you absolute idiot. Absolute idiot. God's sake. You're the toughest fighter ever, Bisping. In my opinion, you're the BMF. Well, thank you, Easy Money. And that was Easy Money. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, thanks. Very kind. I do still very much, of course, appreciate all the comments from my fight career, and I do miss it. I do miss it a lot. It's who I am at my core. I do talk about maturing and that version of myself kind of still not being what it was, but it's still down inside there. Shout out to James Dixon making his BKFC debut in Coventry. Shout out James Dixon. Matt Krause, thank you very much. All right. Highway 241 says, with the rise of calf kicking coming mostly after your retirement, correct, it did. Was it something that I ever prepared for? It totally changed the game, in your opinion. Yeah, you're right. Calf kicking definitely came in. It was still around. There were some people doing it. Benson Henderson was one of the early purveyors of it. But I've never taken a calf kick in my life. And I'm very grateful. Because they look like they bloody hurt. But yeah, definitely a thing that became popular after I retired. So yeah, no, I never prepared for it. I do know how you check them now because I'm still involved with the game. But yeah, never took one, thank God, because they do look like they hurt. Bisping, I'm going to London for vacation. What is the spot that I need to visit? Go for a walk around Soho. That's cool. Go to the Tower of London. Do a tour. That's fantastic if you love a bit of history. I mean, it depends what you're into. You got to check out the Tower of London. Go to Shoreditch. Shoreditch is a good area, nice, like, kind of gentrified, done-up area. It used to be a shithole, but now it's all done up. Lots of great restaurants, just like a cool vibe. There's really nice street food around there as well. If you're in summer, go check out Hyde Park. There's a lot to do in London. Just Google it, what's going on today in London, and it will tell you. Bisping, you're a legend. I was aware of you before you joined the UFC. Well, thank you, Anglo-Saxon. This is his question. How does it feel to be a living legend? Oh, dear. Well, I never say that about myself, but the fact you said that, I'm very, very grateful. Thank you very much. So, I think we've got 2 more fights. Oh, shit. I lost the bloody UFC stream again. Is it still going? It looks like it. I hope so. Oh, no, it must have done. It must have finished. Bloody hell. So let's have a look. UFC, was it Lemos versus Jandiroba? There we go. Let's get on the wiki. No, not that one. The Wikipedia. Let's have a look at the Wikipedia. See who won. It looked like Lemos was going to win. No. Okay, Verma Jandiroba got the job done. Submission, round 2 armbar. As I said, my stream kept freezing up. Steve Garcia got the job done, round 1. Kurt Holobaugh defeated Kanan Kraszewski. Bruno Silva defeated Cody Durden. Du Hoi Choi defeated Bill Algier. Got that done round 2. I saw that one. That was a hell of a performance. Haider Emil got the job done 1 minute, opening up the main card. I saw that and I watched the prelims as well. Good little fight card there tonight, actually. Only 1 decision on the main card. 4 decisions on the prelims, but the main card, a lot of action. A lot of action there. Okay, fights are still going on. Still just filling time until the main event starts. Almost 5,000 of you here on the live. I'm going to end that poll now, John. Going to end that poll. Who are my favourite current UFC fighters? All right. Favourite current UFC fighters. Well, I'm biased. I'm British, of course. Tom Aspinall. I'm very, very involved in the rise of Tom Aspinall, and I'm curious as to how next week's going to go down. Got to say, of course, Alex Pereira. I think he's on everybody's list. Yuri Prochazka, actually, for how original he is. He's one of my favourites, for sure. It's hard to narrow it down, man. There's so many. Crazy Debbie says, shout out to my guy, David Goldsmith. We love you, David Goldsmith. Love you, buddy. That comes from Crazy Debbie. Why did he call you Crazy Debbie? Debbie, why are you so crazy? All right. What about when you trained in Thailand? Boom. This is Idaho Bronco. There was no calf kicking training there as well. Out of all the places you trained in your career, how did Thailand rank? Thanks, champ. Yeah, training in Thailand was amazing, and it definitely changed me as a fighter, without question. I'm just going to turn the lights up. In fact, I'll ask my wife to do it. Yeah, training in Thailand changed me as a fighter. I did a few months there. I've actually spent a lot of time in Thailand over the years for one reason or the other. I love it. I love the people. I love the culture. I love the food. But the training is incredible. So I fought Mark Epstein in cage rage. And he landed some really, really heavy kicks. I became cage rage champ. And he landed some heavy kicks. And my coach at the time said, you need to go out to Thailand, work on checking kicks and all the rest of it. So I went out there for 2 months and I came back a different fighter. And just seeing their work ethic, the work ethic, kind of the poverty, how tough they are, how technical they are, and just the discipline that they have was mind-blowing. And it was the best experience. If anyone's a young fighter watching this, you got to go out and do some training in Thailand. It will change you forever, for the better. It will inspire you, and you're going to learn a lot of things, of course. You're going to come back a much, much better Thai boxer. But it's deeper than that. It is deeper than that. It really is. Good question, though. You could KO Jake Small with 2 glass eyes. Believe you me, much love to the count. I think I could. It wouldn't be that easy, though. It wouldn't be that easy. But I could. I believe I could, but whatever. I'm retired. Luke Woodworth says, the feints that I used against Anderson Silva were great. Yeah, it was a lot of feints. Feints are massively underused, and just little herky-jerky movements with the hips and the feet and the legs and the hands, and because then when you do throw a punch, they don't know which is going to be true. I don't need to break down the feints, but people, they'll feint for a second, but then they forget. You have to integrate a faking kind of herky-jerky movement into your total style, into your all-round style. And moving the head, of course, you've always got to be moving the head off the center line. And when you punch, you have to move the head. You don't stand, and that's actually one criticism of Muay Thai. Muay Thai, they're here. They don't move the head. The head's got to be moving the whole time. Can't be a static target. So there's no perfect art, in mixed martial arts. That's why they mix them. Thai boxing is fantastic, but the footwork is terrible. The boxing footwork is tremendous. So take the Thai boxing skills, add the footwork of a boxer, but just turn your leg out a little bit so you can check kicks. It's actually not hard. I love you, Mike. Oliver Ekman, you're a good sport. I love you too, brother. All right, how many people? 4,700. It's not enough. What the hell? Tell your friends, retweet, repost, share it, get on Instagram. Jake Paul hasn't even sniffed the ring yet, so to be honest, we've got a long time left to come. All right, we've got some other super chats. Bisping going to London, we did that one. All right, let's do some regular chats down here. Nikki Kuma says, hey Mike, did you do the stem cell therapy yet for your neck pain? I didn't. I'm going down to Colombia, Medellin, Colombia. Supposed to be lovely. I heard that Colombia was, all the cartels and a dangerous place and all that carry on. But everyone says it's safe as houses. There's not much crime. The cartels are very much diminished. It'll just be my luck to bloody get involved in some bloody cartel madness. But I'll be keeping a low profile. But yeah, I'm going down to Bioaccelerator, Medellin, in a few weeks. So I'm excited because a lot of people say it does great things. I've heard conflicting stories from doctors. Some doctors say it's great. Some doctors have said it's placebo. I think some doctors just don't know enough about it. Jason Perillo, my boxing coach, he said that he was having problems with his elbows because he held the pads for so long. And of course, when you hold a pad, the impact, vibrates down the elbow. So his elbows were killing him. Went down to Colombia, got the stem cells. He couldn't sleep because of the pain as well. That's gone. He's sleeping through the night and he's not in pain and he's holding pads again. So I'm going to give it a try. And that was kind of what sold me on it big time. Matt Krause says, thanks for all the content, Mikey B. Keeping me sane while my newborn twins are in the NICU. Oh, well, I hope they're okay. Oh, they're newborn, so they've just been born. Well, congratulations, Matt. Congratulations. That is beautiful, mate. Two little baby boys or girls. Incredible. Maybe one of each. Who knows? I've got twins in the family. My younger brother and sister, Adam and Maxine, they're twins, a boy and a girl. You never know. Shout out from a fellow OC dad. Let's go, Perry. Let's go, Mike Perry, in fucking deed. Jesus Christ, let's go, Perry. All right, Justin Huber says, do you think Mike might gas out headhunting? Maybe. So we're going to fight on here. Silv versus Bardi. H2O. H2O, I saw him arriving at the venue. That was a nice little right hand from H2O. Saw him arriving in a Cybertruck. Loads of all his posse jumped out the back of it. He looked sharp though. Yeah, some good fights on. Nice little left up from H2O as well. He's looking good. Yeah, Mike Perry might gas out. He might gas out by being too aggressive. You know, but he's been 5 rounds with Michael Venom Page. But this is what? Is this 10 rounds or 8 rounds? I feel like it's 8. Anyway, Anglo-Saxon's back. He says, imagine going for a few bevies as a youngster, thinking that you're Bertie Big Bollocks, fancying a scrap, and you bump into Bisping. Well, it happened a lot, mate. It happened a lot. When I was a young kid, I was always getting into stupid fights. I was a bloody idiot, to be honest. But you're young, you're dumb, you know, and you think you wear that as a badge of honour. Yeah, will there ever be another boxer like Prince Nazim Hamid? I don't know, man. He was one of a kind. I really do think he was one of a kind. Are you happy or disappointed you never fought Yoel Romero? Pretty disappointed. I'm pretty disappointed I didn't fight Robert Whittaker. Pretty disappointed I didn't fight Rich Franklin. You know, but... oh, here we go. Mark out of Zen says, he did me outside the Club de Roi Brass House. Oh, dear. Jason Carney. Jason Carney. Wow. What do I do? How do I show my love for that? Oh, I can like it. Oh, I didn't know I could like the super chats. Jason Carney, that's really kind, man. That's really kind. Thank you, brother. Massive fan. Keep it up, champ. Joe, thank you too. Mitchell Johnson, who on the current UFC roster has the best boxing to compete with boxers? And why is it Max Holloway? Well, I was going to say Max Holloway or Sugar Sean O'Malley. They're the two that are coming to my head straight away. There's probably others. Sean Strickland could probably do well. But Max Holloway, by far, I've got the best boxing in the UFC, brah. This is a good little boxing fight here, though, on the Mike Perry undercard. Yeah, this H2O guy's legit. He's very calm. You can see he's very calm. And I don't know if you people are watching this or not, but he's very, very calm. And that's a real skill. To be in a fight where adrenaline's flowing crazy, and to be able to keep it calm, to slow everything down, that's a real skill. That is a real skill that not a lot of people possess. Anderson Silva was really good at doing that. I was a maniac. I got better towards the end of my career. I was an emotional wreck. I still am in some ways. So I always admire people that can do that. It's not easy. All right, okay. Yo, love from America's, Birmingham. And your thoughts on Bobby versus Paddy? Well, I can't give a prediction. I'm commentating the fight, but I think it's by far the toughest test of Paddy's career. That's without question. I think it's going to be a great fight, though. It's a clash of styles. Bobby, he's got slick boxing. He's got good takedown defense. But Paddy is going to swing, I think. I think he's going to be swinging, and then he's going to look for the takedown. But he will swing. He will. He'll have a go. You can say whatever you want about Paddy Pimblett. I know some people like to talk shit. He shows up, man. He has a go. He ain't no bitch, you know? So you got to give him the respect. You got to give him the absolute respect. If Jay wants a real challenge, why is he always looking to MMA fighters and boxers? Why not choose Muay Thai? Could you imagine Jake Paul versus Liam Harrison? Yeah, he gets smoked, mate. Jake Paul versus Darren Till. Jake Paul versus Darren Till, he will get absolutely destroyed. I'm telling you right now. It wouldn't even be a contest, mate. Brandon Lewis, your comment was retracted. I don't know what you said. It must have been abusive. Must have been abusive. Oh, dear. Bisping, who do you think has a chance against Tank? Oh, Gervonta Tank Davis. And is that beverage vodka neat? No, it's not. It's got a little tonic in it. It's got a little flat. I said to my wife, I said, make it a double. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't be having lots of drinks. I don't want lots of drinks. I'm not trying to get drunk. I jump on a plane tomorrow and fly to Manchester. I'm not trying to get drunk, but a little double, you know, watching the fights, chilling with the guys, chilling with you lot here on YouTube. It's fun. Rebecca's going to join the stream after the fight. We'll have a little Rebecca action after the fight. That sounded weird. So yeah. But you can't, but you'll watch me talk about it. Okay. All right. Oh, here's Dylan Dennis, everybody. Dylan! Go on, Dylan. The UFC is lacking entertainment. I'm an undefeated sex symbol, looking for the best of the nude. Why isn't Hunter budging? Dylan. So this is, by the way, the real Dylan Dennis in the chat here. And Dylan, I hope you're well, mate. I know we've gone back and forth. We talked a lot of shit. We bumped into each other at Madison Square Garden. It was a fun interaction. And you've got a great ground game and you're a great troll. You're funny, man. I don't know. I don't get involved in that stuff. Whoa. Nice shot there from H2O. It's hard when you got one eye. You know what I mean? I've got one eye. I had the UFC going. I've got the boxing going. I've got the super chat going. You know? And I'm not exactly a tech genius either, am I? But the one eye makes it tough. Anyway, Dylan, I don't know. So what happened? You'll have to let me know. Did you, obviously you volunteered your services and they didn't offer a contract? Is that correct? I don't know. I don't know anything more about that, mate. I don't think it's lacking in entertainment, mate, though. Thoughts on Ryan Garcia? What's Ryan Garcia up to these days? Because I saw him at the Diaz fight, and I know he tested positive. And I know it seemed like he was having a mental breakdown, and then he came out afterwards and said he's not having a mental breakdown because there was a video of him saying he's going to pretend. And I actually thought, wow, that was genius. That was utter genius. But then it seemed like he's having a breakdown again. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I look cute with the glasses, Dylan. Dylan says I look cute. Well, thank you. I look better without the glasses. I'm well aware of that. But the problem is I can't fucking see them. My optician can't order the proper contact lenses. I wear contact lenses and I can see just fine. But for fuck's sake, he just can't get the prescription right. First of all, they always moved. And then now the last batch that I paid for, that cost a fortune, by the way. The most expensive contact lenses you've ever seen. They're fucking the wrong prescription. So I'm done with him. So I'm trying to get a new opticians. I can't get in for weeks. I'm flying off somewhere. So just lately I've been having to rock the sunglasses, the glasses. So anyway, thank you, Dylan. All right. Bill Skarsky says, what other legend does fan questions? Oh, Bill. Bless you. Jason Carney also gifted 5 Bisping memberships. I don't know what that means. Does that mean people get memberships? That's amazing. Thank you, Jason. I hope you're well, buddy. Slap Daddy. Nice name. Big fan, Mike. Good shit. Keep up the good work. Leon is going to sleep Bilal. Bad teeth, Mohammed. Oh, my God. Bilal, bad teeth. I've never seen his teeth. But it's a funny put down. Jake Paul likes men. Drickus is his weak sauce. John Jones is ducking Tom. Peace out, motherfuckers. Jesus Christ, you went hard there. You went hard. My God, that was some nuclear shit. Okay. All right. Right on. Danet says, if a drunk guy bumps into you at a pub and spills your beer, do you confront it and let it go? I've had that happen recently. Yeah, I'm at a phase in my life where you don't really, if it's an accident and the guy's drunk, you might say, oh, for crying out loud, dude, for fuck's sake, what are you doing? You know, I've had it happen to me and said nothing. I've had it happen. It's like, what's the point? What are you going to do? If the guy's drunk, the guy's drunk. He didn't mean to do it. If someone's being a cock and they do it on purpose, then that's obviously a much, much different situation. But, you know, someone just bumps into you by accident. We all make mistakes, mate. We're all making accidents, and I've got one eye. So this side of here, I can't see my hand. I'm always bumping into shit and always bumping into people. Every time I go to New York, and I'm in Times Square, which is a cesspit, by the way, because it's just so packed. But I do like the energy. I go for a walk around. I'll be at a traffic light, wait to crosswalk. And I'm very animated when I speak. And because there's so many people in Times Square, I do that and I always hit someone in the face. And I look round and it's always an old lady. And I've just cracked it and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's not even funny. It's a true story. Anyway, just got to watch my arms when I'm in New York City. Jesus Christ. All right. Jake Stuhl's Hollywood exhibitions is bad for your credibility, buddy. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm having a bit of fun on my YouTube channel. I'm doing a live. A lot of people are interacting. There's nothing wrong with this. I'm actually excited for it. I'm looking forward to I'm hoping that Mike Perry can, get one back for the MMA guys. Because that's all he does. He says that MMA guys can't box. Do you know what I mean? Which is nonsense. He says that they can't fight, which is utter horse shit, And it's just annoying that he's just, I don't want to repeat myself, but this is the kind of narrative that he's putting out there. So again, that's another reason why he bugs me. So I'm very much looking forward, hopefully, to seeing Mike Perry prove him wrong and put him in his place a little bit. Don't want to see anybody get hurt, though, as I said earlier. Nobody wants that. Have you ever had to poop or pee in the middle of a fight? No, I haven't. Funnily enough, you got bigger things to worry about. But I will say this. Before a fight, you've always got to go. And I'm talking number 2. You've always got to go. Oh, co-main event coming up next. Amanda Serrano. All right, this should be a good fight. Amanda Serrano, she's great, to be honest. I'm not familiar with the opponent. I'll bring the fight card up in a second. But yeah, you've always got to go. You're always like, crap, shit. Coach, I think I need to go. And then you've got your gloves on, and you've got your shorts on, and you've got your cup on, and all the rest of it. And that's probably nerves, and you think you need to pee again and all the rest of it. But it's the mind playing games, tricking you. It's the nerves. It's the butterflies, And you go and sit there on the toilet. And you try to squeeze one out, and you're like, oh. And then you're like, shit, what am I doing? I should be warming up, not trying to squeeze a turd out. And you're like, well, hold on, I need to go. So just go. And you're like, oh, I've got to. It's the nerves. But these are the things that go through your mind, Nick Hands, funny question. Jesus. Joshua Lindsay has put join the membership, by the way. I'm going to do some members content. I always say it, but I'm going to do one after this. It takes special balls to do what you fighters do. Exactly, Matt Wingington. And even though you're a tough guy or you're a fighter, you still get nervous. Anyone says they don't get nervous, they're lying. You always get nervous. And even Jake Paul, even though he's gamed the system in his favour, he'll still get nervous. Everyone gets nervous. I will say this. Do you know who didn't look nervous? McGregor. And that's like fair play. Like when he was in his prime, he didn't seem like he got nervous. H2O ripping to the body here. This is a really, really good fight. We're in round 4. Feels like round 40. Bloody hell, come on. It's a good fight though. H2O looks good. I always remember Conor McGregor walking out when he fought Jose Aldo in Las Vegas, Nevada, and he walked out and he looked so calm. And he was just walking around and he had a smile on his face, and I thought, this son of a bitch, this guy, do you know what I mean? Like McGregor can be a little cock, so I'm not like kissing his ass, but it's like, you got to give credit, man. Because he owned that arena, he owned the cage, and he walked out. And he was like just totally in control of his emotions and everything. He looked like he was walking the dog. Do you know what I mean? Chatting away to everyone, ringside and whatnot. And then he fucking knocks him out in 12 or 13 seconds. Unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? And then becomes a double champ. So, that's why the man became what he is. But that was a long time ago now. That was a very, very long time ago. All right. We got over 5,000 of you all. Thank you very, very much. We've got the co-main event coming on next. Amanda Serrano. We're in round 4 of this fight here, which is a really, really good fight. But I am interested to see the main event, obviously. So in the meantime, I'm going to bang through some of these super chats. Hi, Mike. How does it feel to arguably be The only Northern Irish blooded UFC champ ever. Shout out to Mama Bisping. Noxie, that's a good point. My mother is from Northern Ireland. I have a tremendous amount of family from Northern Ireland. And when I say from, I mean she was born there and all my family lived there. So I do have Northern Irish blood in me. So yeah, there you go. I'm the first Northern Irish champ as well. Yeah. Feels good. 50 caliber. Thank you very much. Good to see you, Mike. How's keto going? FYI, Alex Pereira was a boxer before becoming a kickboxer. Just off who could do best in boxing. So what do you think of Alex Pereira at heavyweight now? I've asked you this beforehand. All right, 50 caliber. Yeah, I did a video on this. I mean, Alex Pereira, I would love to see him go to heavyweight. I would. I think the amount of hype that is surrounding this man right now, the journey that he's on, what he's achieving, it's ridiculous. It's mind-blowing. It is. So why not just roll the dice and keep it going? You know, it's like keep doubling down. Fuck it. Like middleweight champ, light heavyweight champ, knocking out everyone. Fuck it. Boom. Throw it on. Put it all on black. Heavyweight. Let's go. You know? And you never know. I said this on a video. I mean, obviously, if Tom Aspinall defends his interim strap against Curtis Blades, of course he's got to be the next guy to fight Jones if he beats Stipe. But what if John Jones retires? What if John Jones says, I'm done? And what if John Jones says, the only fight I would entertain coming back for would be against Alex Pereira? Because he kind of teased that a little bit on Twitter. I don't know, man. How's the keto going? It's all right. I don't really do keto. I try and do low carb. I try and minimize the carbs. You got to have some carbs. Certainly after a big training session, you know, could have some carbs. Anyway, all right, let's go through a few of these. Joe Castillo, thank you, brother. Truck Bus, love you. From America's Right, we've done all those. Let's go down the bottom. Mike, what are your thoughts on John Jones ducking Tom Aspinall? I don't think he's ducking Tom. He's fighting the fight that was always agreed, you know. He's fighting the fight against Stipe Miocic. That was always on the table before Tom was even... Well, the reason Jones got injured was that's why Tom became the interim champion. So it's not fair to say that he's ducking him. However, if he retires afterwards, then of course there's more merit to that statement. Without question. You know, that wouldn't be a good look. Cam's here. He says, hey, Bisping, I'm relatively new. A relatively new UFC fan. But going back and watching your career still makes you one of my favourite fighters of all time. Well, thank you, Cam. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, I had some good ones. I had some okay ones. I had a couple of bad ones. Leon for repping Jamaica. Shout out Jamaica right about now. Bought a flute for 50 pence. Okay. I'm not sure what you want me to say to that. How does your training differ for when training conditioning for a fight in a movie as opposed to an MMA fight? Do you know what? I'll be honest. I still kind of train the same. I run a lot and I work hard. I just always do. I just when I get into the workout mode, I kind of get pretty intense. That's why Rebecca hates working out with me. She fucking hates it. I've had to get her to come on a run and to get her into the garage or a gym and lift weights and stuff. I've got to all right, I promise I'm going to be chill, you know, which isn't easy because, you know, I want to go for it. So, yeah, I mean, that's just always the way I was. But as I'm getting older, it's getting a little bit harder, you know. Like, I'll go on a run with Rebecca and obviously I'll say, right, I'll run ahead. You know what I mean? Because, you know, she can't go as fast as me. And I'll go ahead and I'll stop, you know, and I'll go ahead and I'll come back a bit and I'll go ahead and I'll come back a bit and I'll stop at somewhere and I stop for her to catch me up and, you know, and then continue running alongside. And she stops about 30 yards away from me and thinks, oh, we're having a rest. I'm like, no, I've stopped so you can run up to me and we can run together. She's just always holding me back, you know. Small things. Anyway, let's have a look down the bottom. I thought you were Polish. I am. People are probably like, you're claiming everything. Well, a lot of Polish family. My granddad's Polish. He was the count. My granddad was the count, and all the family before him, they were Polish aristocracy. They were counts. But then World War II happened. World War II happened. They invaded Poland. They lined a lot of my family up against the wall, shot them dead. There's a book about it. The History of the Bisping Family, and there's 2 other books as well, Noble Flight and Noble Youth. It's a true story. I've got a fascinating family ancestry. Sounds like I'm bragging and bullshit. My dad goes on about it all the time. And I had a guy, a former UFC fighter that does, he's like a genealogy expert. He said he's looked up my family tree. He said it's unbelievable. So I might do a video with him. I think it might be interesting, but a bit self-serving. But anyway, yeah. So then the Polish the Germans invaded, shot a lot of my family dead. My granddad made it to England, 15 years old on horseback, shooting Germans and shit. I mean, it's crazy what they went through. Unbelievable. Made it to England, had my dad, you know, and there we go. Here I am. So I'm English, of course, but on my mum's side, Northern Irish, on my dad's side, Polish. You know, so I'm a little bit all over the place. And then just to top it off, I was born in fucking Cyprus because my dad was in the army. So the army base is officially officially British soil. Anyway, enough about that. Cyprus, correct. About how much more longer till the fight? Yeah, not too much longer now, Paolo. Not too much longer. There's one more fight after this one. One more fight after this one, but it is taking a while. I'm with you. I'm with you. Let's have a listen. I'll turn the commentary up. Let's have a do on that. Let's have a listen. Nah. Yeah, the commentary is shit. I just listened to a little bit of it. There's a reason why I got it turned on. In fact, I don't even need that stupid earpiece in. What am I doing? Right, questions. I lost it when you sparked out Luke. Anglo-Saxon, you're the man. Chris Bravo, we're big fans of Bisping. Any way I can get a shout out to my son, Juju. What's up, Juju? Hope you're well, brother. All the best to you. What are you doing up so late? Get to bed, you little rascal. All right, they really need to start the cards at like noon. Yeah. Well, I mean, the main card started at 6, to be fair. You know, you can't just hate for the sake of it. Right, Jake's going to be 260. This is cue ball. No, oh shit! Wow, knockout. Whoa, H2O. I just looked round. The one eye stuff. He's unconscious. Wow, Lucas Bardi just knocked out H2O. I haven't seen the shot yet. Holy shit! I tell you what, this H2O guy. Don't know him. I think he's 10-0 as a boxer. I looked him up before. He was looking good. He was looking sharp. He was looking crisp. And then I'm looking here at the super chats. I look back there. Boom. Done. Face down on the canvas. Just like Tyrone Woodley was when Jake Paul knocked him out. It's just like a tie-in. I want to see the replay. Come on, DAZN. Show the replay. Let's have a look. I want to see the replay. Man. I thought that the H2O guy, whatever his name is, that's his nickname, I thought he was going to win that one pretty easy. Anyway, my great-granddad is from Solihull, England. All right, Michael. Shout out Solihull. Waterboy got splashed. Oh, he did. Good one. That's his nickname, isn't it? H2O, Waterboy. He got splashed. He got pissed on. He got soaked. He got rang out. He got rinsed. Waterboy got rinsed. There it is. Bisping, what do I reckon? Bolton versus Wigan. What are we talking about here? Football? Bolton Wanderers versus Wigan? I don't know. I know nothing about either team, but you know what? We're going to go with the pie eaters. We're going to go with Wigan. Wigan gets the job done. Right, we're still on 5,000 people. I appreciate all your patience. This stream is taking a bloody while. Should we have a look at some stuff online? Should we have a look at some stuff online and see what's going on in the world of mixed martial arts? Right? Let's see what's happening. And I'll give you a little mix action. Oh shit! No, I don't want to do that. That is the stream. Don't want to do that. They will kick me off. Boom. Here we go. No, we don't want that either. Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. It's all Mike Perry shit. Lemosh. Yeah. All right. We'll just go back to questions. That was easier. I'm shit. Ride Easy says, Michael, you're so loved by the fans. Thank you. You're genuine and a real one. I try to be. Might need to go on John Bernthal's show. Will you spar me and punch me in the face? I'm 38, so I'm no Jake Paul. I would love to go on John Bernthal's show. I actually pitched, me and the guy that I was doing a bit of work with, we actually pitched a movie to John Bernthal. Yeah, I thought he was going to do it as well. We had a good movie idea. It was mainly the writer. The writer did all the hard work. You know, I had a little bit of involvement because it involved when I had like a guy come to my house and try and burn me alive, basically, when I was about 18 years old. It was crazy. It's a crazy story. It's fucking wild what happened. Anyway, this guy came to my house and he had like a mask on, he had a canister of petrol, he had a fucking hammer. Yeah, anyway, it's a long story. So it was that based on that and some other stuff, and we developed a movie, not a script, but a story. So we pitched John Bernthal. Yeah, he was kind enough to give us his time, but it never happened. But anyway, so yeah, I'm down to go on it. Anyway, Frank the Pickle. Off topic, but I've got Perry by decision on the money line. Yeah, I need to... Rebecca! Are you there? Come here a second. Can you just, like, talk to these people a second while I use the bathroom? Can you come and chit-chat for a second? Yeah, no, she says she's not bloody camera ready. All right, okay. That just means she hasn't got her makeup on. Anyway, what was I saying? You were saying, yeah, babe, the bet. You can do it. What do you mean you can't do it?
It's very complicated.
You can do it. Just whip it off a second. You'll be fine. Come on, just come and sit here a second. Listen, babe, the people are bored. Just come and sit down. Come and join us for a minute. Come grab it. Just for 10 minutes. We've got bloody another fight to get through yet. The people are losing their minds. Hey, Bisping, love you as a fighter and I enjoy watching your videos. I've recently joined the Muay Thai gym and I noticed that a lot of meatheads have an ego. What is the best way to go about it? Yeah, a lot of meatheads do have an ego. That's why, yeah, they're just dickheads, mate. Just ignore them. What's the best way to go about what? I don't quite get what you're saying. Anyway, right, where is the fight? Let's have a look. I'm just looking here. The guy that knocked out the water boy. Seems like he's having a bit of a temper tantrum. It was a good knockout. I still haven't seen the replay, though. Again, the one eye shit. Mike, love you. You're my number one in my heart. If Jake called you out, would you shut him up, please? Don't wish harm on anyone, but Jake needs it. Yeah, I probably would. I'd be very tempted, to be honest. Mike, I heard you were an abattoir worker. Is that true? Were you the slaughter floor or the boning room? Well, I was in the boning room for a while, mate, Don Calamari, and I complained about the boning. About the boning. It's like, as soon as you sit down, I'm complaining about the boning. Okay?
Wasn't appropriate.
There's too much boning going on in this house. Right? No. Do you know what I was doing? I was squeegee mopping blood into drains. I was only a kid. So then they put me on as a slaughterman. So I was actually an apprentice slaughterman, and it was graphic, man. But I did it for a while. We used to slaughter 500 cows a day. 500.
I feel like
we
told
match.
This story like
We do.
Deirdre Barlow, Darren Ellis.
Deirdre Barlow. Do this.
The Americans won't know. Don't even comment on my neck.
Oh.
The Americans won't know who that is.
Yeah, no, so
it's
look,
not a compliment.
Look, we had a super chat. Somebody asking about it, you see. Right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be
right.
right back, babe.
I always feel it's so awkward when you
It's
go
not
and you
awkward.
leave me
I'm
and
gonna
you're
be
like,
right back. Just answer a couple of
and you're
questions.
like, do something.
Yeah.
Be entertaining.
Yeah, just answer some questions. Look at the camera, though.
Shut up. How could I find a wife like Rebecca? We're one of a kind these days. It's tough. It's tough out there. I'm not watching the fights at all, so I cannot comment on the fights one little bit. Hello, Bath Northeast. Hi, how are you? Is Mikey in his boxers? I think he's got shorts on today, but he's often in his boxer shorts. It's it's common. Are you Mike's daughter? No. No, I'm not. I presume you're joking. Just saying asks, does Mikey snore? I wouldn't say he's a snorer. He does snore sometimes, and we've actually got the 8 sleep, and it actually records. It tells you how many minutes a night you snore. But anyway, I wouldn't say he's a snorer. He's been known to snore if he's had a drink, and if he's a back sleeper, so he can snore a little bit, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. David, are you an American citizen? No, but we do hope to be soon. We're going to apply for citizenship. So if you will have us, we will gladly accept. I was just saying we're going to apply for citizenship soon.
We are.
And I was saying that, that's going to be exciting. Rebecca, what's your favourite animal?
Excuse me, darling.
What's my favourite animal?
Well,
I like birds.
she loves birds.
I'm a bird lover.
So I might have talked about this before, but she has this whole thing going on with crows right now. Thank you, Duncan Spicer.
Oh, I didn't do anything with super chats.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm here to save the day, you super chat people. And thank you all for your
Sorry.
very kind donations. Very kind. Tell us the funniest Bisping drunk moment, the Clipper says.
Well, sadly, they're not funny. They're just like
Annoying.
distressing
Oh my God.
and annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't say there's a funny one. Just no.
Yeah.
He doesn't get drunk a lot, so that's good.
No, I don't. Contrary to popular belief.
Are you intoxicated?
Are you intoxicated?
Well, you used to get drunk more than
I did. Hey, Rebecca, should I vote for Biden or Trump?
Oh my goodness.
We're not here to influence the election.
Whoever is, I don't know. It's a tough one. Well, it's not actually tough
It's
at
not
all.
tough. It's easy.
It's easy.
Biden's not fit for office. They got to get rid of him. Simple as that.
Anyway,
All right.
let's not talk politics.
No, we're not here to talk politics, but let's go Trump. Let's fucking go Trump. I'm sold. I like the guy.
Andreas
Tell Mike to quit
Cardenas.
ducking the New Orleans guy. What,
Has
babe?
Mike peed the bed drunk? No, actually, thank God.
No.
He's not a peer.
But I have got out of bed a few times and pissed in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, that was not good.
A long time ago. You know, we've been together since I was a child.
I mean, that's awful. Don't say that.
Yeah. Is Kanye running again? I hope so. I hope Kanye's running. I endorse Mikey B for president. Would you endorse me for president, babe?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. Because we were talking about this.
Me being president?
No, I want to be a first lady.
Oh, you do?
I'd make a great first lady.
We would be.
I have some killer outfits.
Oh, God. You'd be a great first lady.
Yeah, I can endorse you. I can, talk you up and be your little sidekick. Your biggest fan.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Randy Couture for president. Yeah. Why not?
All the MMA
Hulk
fighters.
Hogan for president. Alex Pereira for president. Let's go. Do you always wear black?
Yeah.
She does.
Pretty much.
I'm just going to look up the fight card while you
It's
talk
not
a second
intentional.
here.
I just feel like I feel more myself in black. But yeah, it's not. Callum for president, says Jeff Fitzgerald. Tito Ortiz for president. We could go on all day.
Oh, Tito Ortiz. I mean, so I was talking about this recently. The YouTube algorithm just keeps, or the Instagram algorithm, pardon me, just keeps feeding me Tito Ortiz stuff of where he's stumbled and fluffed and, said something wrong. The poor guy. He's getting.
I feel bad. I
I know.
get secondhand embarrassment.
The poor guy. All right, so we've got two more. Well, we've got one more fight Then it's the one that we're all here to watch. It is the one that we're all here to watch.
But yeah, I didn't put anything on. I couldn't.
You haven't made the bet?
No.
Rebecca,
It's
you do
hard.
realise, why couldn't you make the bet?
I don't know. I'm allowed to talk about it. It was, I won't say the company, but it was very complicated.
DraftKings.
I can't figure it out.
Oh, for crying out loud. If he wins,
I can't figure it out.
if he
I'm
wins,
sorry.
I'm going to be annoyed.
Yeah, but it took my money. It like put money on there, but I haven't done anything with it.
Oh,
Do you know
you've
what I mean?
deposited it.
Yeah, but I couldn't.
Oh, for crying out loud. It gets worse. The money's left our account, but the bet isn't active.
I don't know what to do.
Oh,
so I gave up.
Oh, for
Sorry.
fuck's sake. Well, when the fight starts, no man alive
Yes,
should be depositing money into an account to make a bet and then not following through with bet. What you doing? Mike, what do you think about the up-and-coming talent? Strawweight division. Sadie N-word. Oh, Sadie N-word. Oh, God. Hey, Mike, fight to the death. Jackie Chan or Jet Li? Well, Jackie Chan's getting on a bit. In the prime, I got to go Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan. Trump is good, yes, but when is this fight? There's one more fight to go on the undercard. Amanda Serrano taking on Stevie Morgan.
It's going to be a decision.
Here's John Brannigan. I'll put $200 on for you if you give it to me back. Yes. Do it, John.
No, it's fine. Whatever. I don't care.
I'll give it to you back. I'll give it you back. All right, Rebecca's hot. Good job, Mike. Yeah, you're all
Thank you,
right.
Michael.
You'll do okay. Would you get baptized in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints?
I used to go to the Church of Latter-day.
Oh, did you really?
Yes.
Did you really?
That's where my mum used to go. I used to go every Sunday
My God.
back in the day when I was a child and had no say in the matter.
I used to be an altar boy.
Gosh, it's all coming out now, isn't it?
Yeah, I used to be an altar boy. I am baptized as a Christian, a Roman Catholic.
Anyway, but yeah, would you get baptized? They don't do baptisms, do they? I thought they do blessings at the. No, I guess they do. But they dunk you under fully, I believe. Like you get dunked,
Yeah.
like fully.
Like a proper baptism.
All like
All
fully
in. All in. All right. Okay. Yeah, I used to be an altar boy because my brother was
Are
an
we
altar.
still
Yeah, no,
talking about this?
my brother was an altar boy, and he was getting tips. He was getting tips.
England?
Yeah.
In the 80s?
I couldn't believe it. I came
I don't
home.
know what he was doing, but that's not
Whoa,
correct.
whoa, whoa. What are you saying? Do not besmirch the name of Conrad. My brother, he got tipped 20 quid. And this is like 1985 or something. So that was a lot of money. And I was like, holy shit, I've got to get in on this altar boy scam. You know what I mean? So I signed up to be an altar boy.
No tips. You weren't very good.
I had to
altar
go up
boy.
on Christmas fucking day as an altar boy. No tips. I was devastated. I dropped out of the altar boy gang after that.
Shane Bowie says, Bissing, are you Beck's personal BJJ? And he clicked off at instructor.
No, yeah.
He doesn't teach me.
But I did get props from a school teacher. He says, well done, Michael. I was in church and I saw you. I saw you. You're a good kid. Because I had a bad reputation. I'm like, sir, I was only there for the tips, which didn't materialise.
So you're a bad person, really.
Anyway, you and the missus have the best glasses. Any favourite brands that you like? No. Do you know?
These are cheapo ones.
These are cheap,
online.
man. These are cheap online because
You don't need to keep cleaning
I know.
them.
I
I
know.
clean them
It's
for
it's
you.
just a little thing that it's.
Stop it.
It's a
You
little,
make them greasy with
it's a
your
little-
greasy fingers.
It's a little nervous tick.
And you were cleaning the wrong one.
Shut the flip up.
Sorry.
Leave me alone.
I'm
Have you just come on
sorry.
here to rip me?
Yes.
To rinse me? To talk shit? Yeah, no, the opticians has crap frames and they're very expensive. If you go online, you can, and you leave them on planes. You always leave them on planes, or I sit on them in the car, you know, or I leave them all over the place. These, I've got loads of pairs. I'm always buying glasses online. I've got 2 pairs coming soon, haven't I, babe? There's loads of glasses
They've been
upstairs.
shipped because he gives my email address so I get all the notifications. It's very annoying. The other side with Mike G says pulled pork or brisket.
Brisket all day.
Brisket.
All right. Jordan Lindsay says, tell Rebecca I said she is smoking.
Oh, well, thank you, Jordan Lindsay.
Rob Dizzle, who would win, Don Fry or Matt Hughes in their prime? I mean, I'm a big fan of Matt Hughes, but we got to go with Don Fry, the Predator, all day, every day. Alexander Bishop says, Mike, have you thought about doing some acting, action movies, etc.? Stallone should have put you in Expendables already. You're correct. He should have done. I have done a fair bit of acting. As it happens, I have 4 movies waiting to be released.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Den of Thieves 2, Red Sonja.
Oh, yeah.
Another one that I forget the name of. I only did a little. You know, remember when I flew up to Canada after the UFC?
I was thinking about that the other day. That was a long time
I played
ago.
a time
That
traveling.
was years ago.
No, it wasn't. It was the end of 2023.
That's a few years ago.
No, it's last year. Movies take a while. I forget the name of it. I only did a cameo. I was in and out for 2 days. I played a time traveling British knight. And I talk like this, of course. So let's go. Here's Tyrone Woodley. And then what else? One other that I did just recently as well. But I can't talk about that. So how many people are on here now? 5,150. Thank you all very, very much for spending your evening with us. Lotto Loicano, thank you, brother. Hamkin Steele says, don't let these young Thundercats troll you, Mike. Big ups to you and the family from Iowa. Shout out to you and your family. Big ups indeed.
From Iowa.
All right, so let's have a look. Mike's a legend, babe. How does it feel to be married to a legend? You know, Bisping Daddy D's belly hurts. I don't get it. Yari was calling Jeremy a puto, not you, chap. Okay. Yeah, no, I know. Calling him a puto.
What does that mean?
It's like a whore. Eli Fisher, any advice for a new dad? I'm a huge fan. I've been watching you since The Ultimate Fighter and listening to your podcast probably since 2016. Thank you, Eli. Appreciate the support. Babe, any advice for a new dad?
Well, I'm not a dad.
Well, all right.
So you go ahead and take this one. Think back to when you had the kids.
Well, it's hard for a dad at first.
No, it's not.
Because
that's just an excuse.
Let me speak.
Sorry.
Let me speak.
I know what you're gonna say.
Let me speak.
Sorry.
Let me speak. It's my question. You just said.
I did.
I'm not a dad.
I did.
It's hard for a dad at first because they're all about the mother. You know, if it's being breastfed, which it should be, the man's kind of obsolete.
I think not. Well, they shouldn't be. You could go, they don't
It's
need
my
me.
question.
I'll take
It's
over
my question.
when I get some gratitude
It's my
for
question.
it. When they go, Dada.
It's
No.
my question. My time comes when they start getting up a little bit and I can take the bull by the horns. I can mould them into a fine young man.
And then you wonder why, they don't like me. No.
I never said that.
Well, anyway, be
Gary-
a hands-on dad.
Be a hands-on dad.
Do it, honestly.
Like
Do
I
it.
was. I'm a hands-on dad.
You are now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you
Gary Redmond says, who is the cook in the family?
That would be me.
What was the last meal?
Very traditional roles
What was the last meal prepared?
that I cooked.
Yes.
Meatballs.
Meatballs.
I
Beef.
made the sauce twice because the first one was disgusting.
She did make the sauce twice.
I don't know what happened. Something happened to it, and it tasted bitter and weird. So I remade it, but it was good.
Yeah.
Meatballs with pasta.
Right, Deezy says, Mike, I'm a little lost, but is your son still fighting and looking for a professional career? He's not. He was never fighting. He was wrestling at high school. Then he got a scholarship at college. And his wrestling days are done now. You know, he had a lot of injuries, sadly. Wrestling's a tough sport on the body. So his wrestling days are done now. They're over.
What's with that cushion?
But he's never been a fighter.
Oof, sorry.
But he could have been. He could have been. Lucas is training. He loves it as well. He's wrestling. He's very, very excited to start wrestling at high school. He does MMA training and kickboxing. He loves it. He could be a fighter for sure. Chell says his wife dresses him. Rebecca, do you do the same?
I don't dress Michael.
She does not dress me.
And you don't dress me?
I don't dress you.
No, he can dress himself. He's got his own style. I don't think you'd like the clothes that I picked for you anyway.
Oh, I'd be interested to see. I would.
It would be pretty similar to what you wear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care about men's fashion, to be honest.
Alex Johnson says, hey, Count, love your expertise on the sport. Do you think if Jake Paul ever fought in MMA, in the UFC, that Dana would allow him to pick an opponent, or would Dana say, fuck that, you fight who we say? Yeah, it would 100% be that. There's no way they would allow him to pick the opponent. No way. That's not how it works. You don't pick your opponents in the UFC. They have matchmakers. This is very well known. You don't pick your own fights. You fight who you're given, who you're assigned. And that's essentially how it happens until you're the champion. When you're the champion, of course, you get a little bit more say. But ultimately, it's still down to the UFC. They're paying the fees. They're putting on the show. They're promoting the event. So you just got to fight. That's all you got to worry about. That's, again, another reason why I kind of shit on Jake a little bit, because they're just cherry-picked opponents. Cam says, saw you and Lucas liked Mortal Kombat. We love it. The new Mortal Kombat is bloody amazing. It's fantastic.
Didn't finish though.
Check out the new Tekken on Street Fighter. You guys will love it. Yeah, I'm going to check it out. The new Tekken's supposed to be really good. What do you think if Tyron Woodley commentated for a Jake Paul event? A little suspicious or just a paycheck? Well, it's not suspicious.
Why would it be suspicious?
Well, they want him to curry favour in Jake Paul's way. They don't want somebody that's going to talk shit. And Tyron Woodley, having been beaten twice by Jake, he's more than likely inclined to big up Jake because he lost to him twice. Right. But it's just a paycheck, and good for him, and I'm happy for him. Tyron's a good dude. Do you think boxing presentations are terrible compared to the UFC's?
I think so.
Do you think so?
I think the UFC has got it mastered their production value.
Yeah, they have. The production value of the UFC shits all over any competitor,
anything else.
any other fight sport.
I mean, I haven't seen. I can't compare it. I haven't watched it.
It's not that boxing's bad, but the production of the UFC is next level. Whether you're in the building watching live or watching on TV, the production team at the UFC are world class. They're phenomenal. They really are. They don't get enough credit. But I don't think boxing's terrible. It's just not as good. It's not as entertaining. It's not as raw. Do you think a 195 weight class in the UFC would work? I do. I think there should be a 195-pound weight class. Also, I'm training for a kickboxing match. Do you have any advice? Get in shape. Got to have the cardio through the roof. You got to run. Amanda Serrano here, babe. Do you think you could take her? Do you think you could take this boxer, babe?
Yeah.
Oh, God, you would be hilarious.
Thanks.
That would be hilarious.
That's
watching
not
you try.
nice.
No.
Of course, yeah, it would be hilarious. I'd be abysmal. Never had a fight in my life.
No, I know. And good. You shouldn't. You know, a woman like you don't need to fight. Has Mike ever introduced Rebecca to Gordon Ramsay? No, I haven't been in a position.
No. I would, yeah. That would be cool, though.
Mark says, Mark Amoroso, there's a Peaky Blinders movie set to begin filming later this year. Oh, I would love to be in that. Maybe I'll shout out, have a mention to my agent. How close were you actually to beating up David Lucas on Kill Tony? I wasn't, but here's the thing, it cringes me out so bad.
He's never watched it.
It's so bad.
You were acting kind of weird, actually.
Yeah, well, no, because I was stoned. I don't smoke weed. I'm not a pothead. But we were at the Comedy Store in LA, in Hollywood, and everyone's smoking weed backstage. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll join in. I'm one of the guys. Do you know what I mean?
He's not one of the guys.
So I smoked a bit of weed, and I was so high, and it's just not my thing. And I was like paranoid as hell. And then I walked out, and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing on a stage with all these seasoned comedians?
But why were you combative though?
And then people are just taking the piss out of me.
Was that?
And I was like, oh, fuck. I just had nothing intelligent to say because I was so like, I couldn't think straight.
Aww.
Do you know what I mean? So, and then people think that was the real me. It wasn't the real me. I was like, that was me stoned out of my head, and I'm not that guy. I don't smoke weed. Slowly becoming a Power Slap fan. Any insight that you can tell us about this sport? Look, listen, there's a lot of people that criticize it, okay? You got to understand, these people that compete in that, they're all very happy to be there. They're all making, for them, it's equivalent to life-changing money. And some of the stories behind these people and why they compete in Power Slap it's really beautiful. I always use this example. There's a guy, oh man, damn, what's his name? It's on the tip. Cole Young. His son has a condition where he's going to, because, you know, when we speak to them all, we interview them before they compete because we want to know about them and who they are, and so we can educate the audience a little bit about their backstory. And Cole Young, his son, has a condition, and sadly he's not going to be around too much longer. You know, I said, so why do you do this? What brought you here? What got you involved? And he said, well, you know, he's a scrapper. He's a bit of a fighter and stuff like that. But doing this allows him to spend more time with his son while he's still with us on this planet. I'm like, wow, you know? So how can you criticize that? It's beautiful. Walter Broadway, I have a boxing match tomorrow, but for some reason I'm not able to fall asleep. Well, that's the way it goes, Walter. That's called nervous energy. It's always tough, man. It's always tough trying to sleep the night before. All the best tomorrow, Walter. Good luck. So Amanda Serrano, according to DraftKings, to knock her out, minus 150. Serrano by decision, plus 115. Just reading these bets, babe, it hurts.
What do you mean?
Were you supposed to put a bet on for me? You
You
deposited the
yeah.
money into the account. No, I don't want to do it.
I don't know.
John's taking care of it anyway. Let's have a look at some of these others. All right, so let's go down to some non-super chats here. How many people are on right now? 5,300. Your story about someone trying to kill you back in the day is so scary. Does it make it easier to process what happened by making it into content? No, not really. Just thinking of content ideas. There's nothing to process. It was a very, very long time ago. I shit my pants at the time. Don't mind saying that at all. I was terrified. I was a young man, young boy. Rebecca Catherine from the Philippines is your biggest fan.
Oh, well, thank you, Catherine from the Philippines.
Mike Bisping, you're definitely punching, mate. Thoughts on Guru's uncanny impression of you? I haven't seen it. No doubt it's pretty good. I will say this.
Let's pull it up.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
I saw the Guru guy doing South Park. I was laughing, I'll be honest. I think I even commented. I left a little comment. Hey, listen, credit where credit's due. It was absolutely hilarious. Talking of South Park, we started watching a bit recently, didn't we, Ben?
We watched one.
You hated it. No,
because you
the gay fish.
Yeah, I didn't find that funny.
The gay fish
we
episode
never really
of
used
South
to watch
Park
it.
is hilarious.
It's not funny. That's not funny, but so I think that kind of like
it put you off.
Yeah.
So we started watching it just recently. Well, Rebecca was getting ready for bed, and I sit in bed. I get in bed first. She's doing her creams and her potions and her lotions, whatever it is she does. And I'm watching this South Park episode. I was laughing my head off. It was all about, what was it about? Oh, Ozempic or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the vaccines as well. It was so funny. I was like,
someone says Family Guy is better. You can't. Family
Guy's great, but I don't know.
I'd say Family Guy's. It's better.
Yeah, Family Guy's good. Say hello to Jason Carney.
Hi, Jason Carney.
Look at that.
I know, that's amazing. Thank you.
Oh, I bet 10 grand on Jake Paul to win in the first round. Well, Bourne finds mechanic. I don't believe you when you say that.
Where are you reading this?
Somewhere. I bet 10K. I don't think you did.
Why would he lie?
I don't think you did.
Prove it. Show us your bank statement.
It's not a good bet.
Well,
it's not a good bet. Ren and Stimpy better than South Park. Ren and Stimpy, that's old school.
Back in the day.
Of course it is.
That was funny. Just saying, I put 20K on Perry.
Oh, shit. Well, yeah. I put 30K on. All right, co-main event time here. Now, Rebecca's going to dip out when the fight start, aren't you, babe? Because I'm going to do my thing.
I'll let him do his thing.
Do you know what? Can you do your thing?
Not right now.
Just give me a single dingle.
He calls it a single dingle or a double trouble. Pass it here then.
Get us a single dingle.
A
I do.
trouble.
Is it or a double trouble?
He has to create cute names that makes it acceptable.
I do. She's like, no, you can't have that.
Like,
Just
just
like-
a single dingle.
I said, just a single dingle, babe. Come on. She's like,
Am I off now?
no, you're not off. You're not off. You can come back. I'll allow you. I'll allow it. Greetings from here in Perth. Are you and Rebecca making it to the best country in the world for UFC 305? You know what? Sadly, I'm not. I wish I was. Oh, look at this. So Amanda Serrano going up against Morgan. Ripping to the body. Serrano comes upstairs. This Serrano's really good. I'm very, very impressed with her. She's a tremendous fighter. And they're going toe-to-toe. Straight away in round one. Let me put my headphones on. Listen to a little bit of commentary for a second. You know, Amanda Serrano is a really, really good boxer. Hold on. The headphones aren't even in. Excuse me, guys. Right, so how many people we got on here now? 5,000, almost 5,500. Thank you all again. Let's go down the bottom. Solid old thick glasses. Yeah. One side is, I don't see too well. Out of the good eye. Would I let Steven Seagal train me? I wouldn't know. Brian Smith says, Mike, one night a few years ago in a hotel hall, you stopped to take a pic, even though it was late. That's why we all love you. I wish it was signed. Well, thank you, Brian Smith. I appreciate that, mate. Yeah, you know, look, listen, sometimes it's just not a good time, but most of the time, I always stop. I have sometimes got a little overwhelmed, you know, and sometimes I've acted in a way which I regret. You know, a lot of the time in like London when I go back when there's a UFC on, it can get really, really fucking insane. And it overwhelms me a bit. What's my favourite walkout song that I used? Do you know what? Blur Song 2 is great. And I'll probably say that. However, I started my career with The Clash, London's Calling. Come sit down for another minute, babe. And I do miss that. You're a legend, Bisping, but put that prick down. I'm a pop smoker myself, and that story is hilarious. First times are always scary. Let's go, Leon. Yeah. No, I know.
I wouldn't say it was his first
It wasn't my first time. Far from it. But I'm not. I have a very, very, very low tolerance to marijuana. And that's why I don't usually smoke it, because it just makes me weird. It just makes me weird.
Somehow it hypes him up even more.
Oh, I don't shut up.
I'm like, why are you doing this? I thought it was meant to chill you out.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. No, I know. Somebody says, Vinny Desi, 5,000 of us, and yet we're only at 89 likes. I don't know much about the like system, but like it. If you're on here right now, give it a little like. I don't know what that does for me, but give it a like. What's your problem?
Maybe you're just not being entertaining enough.
The bastards. Well, Amanda Serrano is landing big here. Someone said here that girl's going to go down in just a second. She might do. The girl in the red, Morgan. Serrano's having a field day with her.
Someone says 2.3k likes, 2.4k likes.
Oh, right, yeah.
Maybe it's an old comment.
Maybe they don't know what they're talking about. OMG, Amanda's beaten. Oh, that's it. Stopped it. Have they stopped it?
Yeah.
Stopped it. Yeah. Wow. Amanda Serrano is the real deal. And she's fighting real boxers, real contemporaries, real threats, real dangers. And that's why I've got tremendous respect. And that's why I'm not talking shit. And some people like to throw out this narrative, oh, Bisping's jealous of Jake Paul. I'm not jealous of another human being on the planet. I have a great life, and I'm very happy with who I am. You know, there's always people with more money. There's always people with more success and stuff like that. You've just got to be happy with your lot in life. And I'm very happy with my lot in life, you know. Do we want more money? Of course we do. You know, everybody wants more. Everyone competing, fighting, working, whatever it is, you always want more. But you've got to be satisfied. You've got to be content. I think I'm pretty content. Yeah, Rebecca gives me shit because I'm always thinking of what I'm going to do here and I need something and this and that. But that's just called being an ambitious man still. I'm only 45. I'm not 75. This story's far from done. But Amanda Serrano, to bring it back to her, phenomenal. Did you see that, Ben?
No.
I
didn't.
Great analysis.
Well, that's why I don't sit here.
That is what you're here for. And John, by the way,
I didn't see it.
update the thumbnail like you did last time. Just take your glasses off a second, babe.
Oh, what?
Just take them off a sec.
No, John, I'm not doing it.
All right. No, I don't mean for the thumbnail. Oh, my, you are paranoid.
Why would you want me to take them off?
I was just curious what you look like without them on.
Shut the hell up. I worn them once. No, I'm wearing them.
I like you. I
you
said
wear them all the time now.
I said to
Just
wear the
take
bloody
them off.
glasses.
I'm deliberate. I'm wearing them all the time now.
Good. I think you look sexy in them.
I run out of contact lenses.
I like the glasses. What are you talking about? You're out of your mind. Someone says take the top off. Never mind the glasses.
Just take your glasses off.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Take yours off a second.
All right. I will.
John, now do the thumbnail.
Do the thumbnail. Oh, dear. Hey, Mike, again, what's your top 3 middleweights for Jake? I'd love the shit talking with Strickland at press conferences, but a dominant wrestler would be more intriguing to see, to try, and for Jake, to see Jake try handle. Top 3 middleweights, MMA? Do you know, to be honest, if you go to the UFC rankings, let me look here. They'd all do Jake. They'd all do it, man. I don't even know what the rankings are right now. Let's have a look off the top of my head. Middleweight. Dricus du Plessis would absolutely...
Are we talking outstrike?
Just whatever.
Because he doesn't do MMA.
Yeah, I know, but in a boxing ring, Dricus du Plessis would smash him. Israel Adesanya would absolutely destroy him. Robert Whittaker would fucking destroy him. It would be embarrassing. Jared Cannonier, same thing. Marvin Vettori is a beast. Brandon Allen, and all these in MMA would kill him. In boxing, I think they'd all beat him. Even Jack Hermanson, he'd beat him. Roman Dolidze, even. Hamzat Chimaev in MMA, probably even boxing. We're at number 11 right now.
You get the idea.
You get the fucking idea. Let me see this finish. No. It's oh shit, I've clicked off it. Oh God, watch live. This is what happens. Oh my God. We've sat here the whole time for the fight.
I'm sure it's pretty simple. It's purchased. There you go. You just got to click on it.
Jesus Christ. They're like all these people. The how many? The how many?
Hold on. How many?
The 5,708 of you. They've sat here for bloody ages waiting for the Jake Paul fight. We finally get to the Jake Paul fight and I...
accidentally click off it.
And it all goes out the window. Oh dear. Anyway, and breathe. Beck, answer a question.
Refresh the chat. Ian Lawton, Bisping, you absolute man of my dream.
Well, it's 2024. There's nothing wrong with that. I can be a man of his dreams. I can be a woman of his dreams. I can be a bird of his dreams.
Pro Street owner says daughter or wife.
Oh.
Well, I'll let you be the judge, but I don't think it's in question which one I am. I really don't.
Although
we're the same age.
This is weird. So like my daughter, she's 21, Ellie, she's a very pretty young girl, and we went out for dinner recently. Rebecca was away with her brother, so I took Ellie out for a bite to eat. It was nice, just the two of us. It's been a while since we've done that, and I felt obliged to tell the waiter, "This is my daughter." Do you know what I mean?
It's pretty obvious.
Well, no, but you do see older guys with younger girls. And I'm like, and it's like, just the thought that this waiter or waitress, just the thought that they think that that's my date for the night or whatever, was creeping me out. And I'm like, I've got to let them know. Hey, this is my daughter.
How did you say that? Just so you know, she's not my date. It's
well,
my daughter. That's weird.
Well, what I was doing, I was purposely mentioning. Well, Mum said.
You are so paranoid.
And then I'm like, oh, just so it's my daughter. Yep, little daddy-daughter date. You know.
Don't say daddy daughter date.
Right, yeah, that's weird. Johnny Thornton, he's a little overexcited. He says he's so excited for this fight.
Which fight? The female fight or the Jake Paul fight?
Well, you'd think the female fight from what he said. I'm not going to read the rest of that out, Johnny Thornton. He says he's stroking his shaft. Come on, get a grip. All right, where did that other one go? Do you think Mike versus Jake goes all the way? That's a good question, Orlando. I think there's a really good possibility. I do. I don't think, I don't think Jake Paul can knock out Mike Perry. Having said that, he knocked out Tyron Woodley. So I don't know. I'm intrigued. I really don't know.
Great analysis, babe.
Well, what do you want me to lie? So, do you want me to continue with the analysis?
No,
all right.
No. That's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. Exactly. That's a nice shirt, Mike. It is. Thank you very much.
It's new.
It's new. First time I've wore it. We're off to Maui soon. Little vacation. So I'm investing in some
Holiday.
new short sleeve shirts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If I had a box, all right, I did that one. Just making sure I did all the super chats. You're a legend. Thank you, Caleb. Next up, Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. Right. Real quick in the chat before we get to that. Oh, all the way from Burnley. Jay Ray. Shout out Burnley. To the side of Bloody Hill. Rebecca leaves, we riot.
I'll be leaving.
Jason Carney, thank you, buddy. Oh, Jason Carney, you're a kind man. He's a gold member. We've had a few members tonight, babe. Give a woo.
Woo.
Give another woo.
Woo.
Give a woo, woo, woo. Just give a triple
Let's not
woo.
get crazy.
All right. I tried, guys. Rebecca, what's your OnlyFans link? Keep the glasses on.
Okay. Well, I have to. I've run out of contact lenses.
Tell
I
the
literally
story.
cannot see.
Tell the story.
No, I'm
Okay.
starting to think maybe it was like
No.
I was like hacked because I've had emails to say that someone's hacked into my OnlyFans account. I don't have an OnlyFans account.
You better bloody not.
No, I don't. But some like I have an email from like support at OnlyFans that someone's like logged in at this location, but I don't have an OnlyFans.
Yeah. The flight to Maui is 5 hours, Dr. Death. Yeah, no. So Rebecca kicked off with me one time.
I didn't kick off. I was just like,
You
what?
did.
Shut the hell up. No,
Anyway.
Anyway.
She's like, and we've said this before, so apologies if you've seen it. She's like, yeah. Oh, look at this. OnlyFans. And then what are you talking about? She goes, we've had payments go out the bank from OnlyFans.
It was a lot.
Was it a lot?
Yeah, there was like 4 different amounts, like 4 different amounts a month, like so 4 different accounts.
Jesus. Anyway. I'm like, it's not me. It's not me. She goes, it is. I said, babe, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, this is bullshit. So she called the bank, right? She calls the bank and she's like, yeah, so we've had some suspicious payments. It's OnlyFans. You know, my husband promises that he didn't do them. And the guy or woman's probably like, yeah, okay, likely story. We've heard this.
But anyway.
It was Callum.
No, we don't know. We don't know that.
It was Callum.
I had a letter to say that there was no fraud. So who else can it
there was
be?
no. I spoke to Callum. It was
Oh,
Callum.
really? Did not.
I'm pretty sure I did.
I don't think you did. Anyway. I presume. I don't know.
Yeah, Joe
cares?
Castillo says, I get that confusion you were talking about a lot. I was a teen dad and my wife is 10 years younger than me, so people are confused when I go out with my wife and daughter. Turned off commentary. Can't stand hearing the mole. I don't blame you, Tyler. I don't blame you one little bit. I wonder how many times he's made it about himself. Anyway.
Yeah,
sure, it was Callum.
Dad snitched on him. We're
Yeah.
not accusing you, Callum. It's fine.
And Martin Nunya says, it's so refreshing to see a couple who are wealthy and so happy together. I wish you both the best. Stay happy forever.
you.
Well, thank you very much.
It seems to be a rare thing these days.
Yeah. Eli Fisher, give him a woo.
Woo.
Jason Carney, we did those once. All right, so finally here. I know. Someone says using the family card to buy
I know.
OnlyFans is wild.
That's why I'm like, surely he doesn't have the audacity.
Who, me?
No, Callum, to do that.
My neck.
Use my card.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it was fraud.
BBG says, I used to be an Orange County boy and I ran into you and the fam a few times at restaurants. Thank you for being nice to the wait staff. Well, thank you, BBG. Yeah, I always try to be.
Well, don't try. Always.
No,
be.
no, I am. But there's sometimes, you know what I mean? You've got to say, it's not their fault. You know, but if you... Anyway, I'm always nice. The guy said...
No, I know. You said I always try.
Oh, yeah. Kenny says, win for Callum. Callum's taking the fall. Callum's taking the blame. I called Callum like, Callum, listen, I'll slip you $100. Okay, just fucking say it was you, all right? Anywho. How do you deal with your daughter's first relationship? Adam Rogers, nothing to deal with. Nothing to deal with. Think about it. It's only natural. She's 21 years old. She's got a great boyfriend right now. He's a really, really respectful, solid guy, and he makes her happy. It's just part of life. What are you going to be? You're going to be a meathead. You're going to be a dickhead. Nobody's good enough for my daughter. Nobody dates my daughter.
That's just not fair on your daughter.
It's just not fair on her. And it's going to cause problems in your relationship.
And it's going to push them away.
So
you don't want that.
So Jake Paul is plus 300. So we would triple the money, babe.
Oh, gosh.
We would triple the money to win by knockout.
Well, I don't understand.
Plus 450. We would put 4.5 times the money.
Anyway, I couldn't figure it out, sorry.
All right. No, I don't. Rangitain Menzies says, I love watching your content. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Gabriel L says, have you done any anger management? I have. If so, any tips to let things go? People nowadays are so hard to deal with and easily drive me insane because everyone is loud and I'm zero accountability these days. You're right, Gabriel. That is true. There's, you know, but you can't control them, and getting angry over it and getting mad isn't going to help the situation, you know. I did do anger management for a while, and it helped a bit. I should probably go back.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, shut up.
What? I'm not saying anything.
Random question. What are the biggest adjustments you would have to make to fight with the slanted walls in karate combat? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a different sport, isn't it? It's not mixed martial arts. It's not mixed martial arts, hot potato.
Slanted walls?
Yeah, the walls are kind of like that, and you can like stand on them and jump off them and stuff. Karate combat's really cool, and shout out to Karate Combat President Awesome. He's a great guy. Love that guy. Love what he's doing there. It's the fire that made you, Mike. It is. All right, so guys, it's nearly time. Finally, 6,500 of us. Thank you very much. Thank you for spending the evening with Rebecca and I. Yeah, exactly. Don Perkins says it great here. Just going back to the anger management stuff. You can't control what people do or say, but you can control yourself and your attitude. Stay strong, brothers and Gabriel. Find a safe place mentally.
Well, yeah. But in the moment, it's hard for people to do.
Yeah, no, it is. And I
You're already at a 10.
Yeah.
How do you? Not me personally. Have you ever seen me at a 10?
Yeah, I have. Well, only because I've put you there.
Yeah.
Only because you...
No one else can put me in a 10.
I know. I've seen you at a 10. Jesus Christ. You two are bloody adorable. Thanks, Jim Ballard.
Oh, thank you.
When are you next commentating? I leave tomorrow to fly to Manchester to commentate UFC 304. So I'm excited about that. Nice to be back on a pay-per-view, certainly with it being in the UK, Manchester. So yeah, I got a couple this month. I'll be at the Apex in a couple of weeks after that as well. A couple in September. So yeah, I had a few weeks off, but it was good because I had a very, very busy April, May, June, just a lot of stuff, a lot of traveling. So I had a few weeks off, and now I'm losing my mind with boredom.
Thank you, Mike D. These
Yeah.
$2 goes directly to Rebecca.
Buy yourself something nice, babe.
I will.
Was West End Girls on your DJ mix back in the day? Buzzards cry. West End Girls. Do like a bit of Pet Shop Boys, not going to lie.
I don't think it was on your DJ mix.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't coming near it, you know. House and trance. Kenny says, when am I going on the Jackson podcast? Yeah, I will do. I don't know when. I don't know when. I'd like me and Rampage to have a chat first. You know.
Probably be best for the pod if you didn't.
Yeah, I know.
We want to see it in its raw.
Well, we got to have a chat. We're going to have a chat. There's a lot of water gone under that bridge. Do you know what I mean? Does your wife shop for you? I'm always nicely dressed.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's all him, guys.
It's all me.
All
I
him.
am.
Your style has matured. He's wearing a lot of shirts these days. I like it. I think that's a maturity thing.
It is a maturity thing, and I'm a very mature guy. Mark says, so surreal to be able to super chat you. I won $2,600 when you beat Rockhold. Awesome. Love your story, and thank you. I'm trying to get rid of that bloody stuff. There it is. Thanks for the commentary. Embodiment of grit. Hold on, let's listen to Jake Paul here. See what he's saying.
I'm ready, baby.
John, let me know. Send me a text if this is bad.
How are you? What's up? Good to see you here. You made it? Yes, sir.
Oh, Logan's here.
What about your brother's chances? Yeah, he's ready. I'm ready. A lot of people are saying
He's ready.
They're ready. They're ready.
That's.
Come up with, why would you take a fight against a guy like Mike Perry when you have a Tyson fight in November?
I like crazy ideas.
Oh, he likes crazy ideas.
Yeah, I saw you guys clinching over there with your.
Jake's so crazy.
Use your size, clinch, frustrate him.
He ain't crazy.
Everything's gonna pick him apart.
So this is it. He's trying to like play that. He's this crazy guy, and like, I'm gonna fight Mike Tyson. It's gonna be a huge payday, but I'm willing to risk it all because I'm gonna fight Mike Perry, and I could lose to Mike Perry, but that's just who I am. I'm unhinged. I'm crazy. Do you know what I mean, Ben? This is what.
What is he doing?
Is being his usual, annoying himself. The Mike Tyson fight is gonna go nowhere. The only reason the Mike Tyson fight doesn't happen is because he dies. Do you know what I mean? You never know. Mike Tyson got rushed to the hospital, bless him. You know?
Are they still doing that?
Yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it. Jake Paul, whether he wins or loses, and Mike Tyson, it doesn't matter. It's not a regular boxing fight. It's just a show. It's a performance. It's a circus that a lot of people will watch. And he should be embarrassed about himself. But him losing or winning this fight does not matter at all. But he's trying to say to everyone, I'm crazy, man. And then Logan was asked about it, and Logan goes, as if to go, I know, you're right. This guy, I've told him, he won't listen. He's crazy. He ain't crazy. Shut the hell up.
Drip says single dingle, anyone?
Single dingle, let's go. Boom, boom. Double trouble. We should get some t-shirts.
Single dingle.
Rebecca, can you persuade your husband to get me in touch with Dana? The idea that I am 101% sure Dana will accept will generate good money for you and me. Or both of you.
Doing what?
I don't know,
Why
Mr.
do you want to
Solo.
get in touch with Dana? What do you want?
I don't. He wants
What
something.
do you want with Dana?
Yeah, I ain't doing it, mate.
I don't think Michael can.
All right, so how would the conversation go? Dana, first of all, I'll text him. I'm not going to cold call him. Dana, can I have a chat? Yeah, sure. What's on your mind? Well, I had some random guy.
He's a person. He has said his name.
Sec. This guy. How do you know him? Well, he commented on a YouTube live. Okay. And he's got an idea. Apparently he's going to make us all loads of money. He'll be like, yeah. Never call me again. No offense.
But anyway.
Chama. Indeed, Jonathan Cena. Chama, indeed. Champ, if Perry loses, please knock this guy out. I know, if Perry loses, I might have to. Let's lose.
Folks, I think we keep it short and sweet. This man, Platinum Mike Perry, is locked in on this main event, and you better be too. Do not miss the Platinum one.
It's coming up, guys. It's coming up very, very soon. I'm excited for it, though. You know, it's more excitement for Mike Perry as opposed to a dislike for Jake Paul. I'm excited for Mike Perry. As I said earlier, right at the start of the stream, I like the guy. I like what he stands for. He's a bit crazy and whatnot, you know, but he's a fighter. You know, when he gets older, he'll probably mature a little bit more. But I've got a lot of respect for the way that he fights, the way that he handles himself, and the way that he's grown and matured in the sport. He's a real fighter. You know, so I'm happy he's getting this opportunity. And I hope he humbles Jake Paul. Because Jake Paul needs humbling. Look at him right now on the camera. Look at him. He's a total dick. He's a total dork.
Why is he doing that?
Because he's acting like an absolute idiot. If you people could see what I'm seeing right now, fucking hell. Is it any wonder that we're wanting to lose? Do you know what I mean? He's just a privileged little knobhead. He's just a knobhead. Right, super chats. Hey, Mike. Yeah, Leo Francis, I'll be there next week, mate. Jeremy, Perry loses, please knock this guy out. Will do. Sec, I'm not speaking to Dana. Tell Rebecca. Oh, Dylan says.
Oh, I miss you
Dylan
too,
Danny
Dylan.
says, tell Rebecca I said hey, and he miss her. Whoa, whoa.
We miss each other.
Jesus Christ.
It's been a long time,
You and Dylan Dennis?
I'm sorry you had to find out like this.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. Oh, dear. What's Dylan? I like Dylan. I've grown to like him. Because at the start I used to talk a bit of shit, you know.
You used to talk a lot of shit.
I had a lot of shit, you know. But
he did about you too.
Yeah, it was just social media. He's grown on me like a wart.
People used to say that about you as well.
I've grown on them like a wart.
That they used to hate you, but now they like you.
Okay. Jesus Christ, babe, shut up. Right. I'm glad for Perry. Also, it's also nice to see a strong black man on the come up. Is 1%.
Asked me a question about meat pies. I can't find it.
We're almost at the main event, babe. I'm sorry, we're not digressing
I wanna
into
talk
meat
about meat
pie
pies.
conversation.
Well,
But finally, it got a little chippy.
Yeah. It's coming. When's the Carl Frock video happening? Yes. Any of you people that comment on Carl's videos or content, please let him know. I do want to, collab with Carl Frock. I think he's great. I think he's hilarious. I love how he speaks his mind. He was a tremendous boxer. I've got a lot of respect for him. I used to train at a gym, actually, where he used to train as well. You probably won't know that. Little amateur boxing club in Nottingham. So, yeah.
yeah. Who plays Mike and Rebecca in a movie of your life story?
So, no, sorry, I'm just trying to lean back a bit.
So what were you going to say?
I was going to say there was actually, remember for a while there's been a couple of producers, Hollywood interest, about a movie. You sound like a knobhead saying this stuff, and I'm backtracking already. Anyway, this is true. I've got it all in emails and stuff. They were trying to get, oh damn, what's his name? My mind's gone blank. What's his bloody name? I'm a huge fan. Superman. Who plays Superman? Henry Cavill. Cavill?
I don't know. Cavill?
Yeah, Cavill. Henry Cavill.
Cavill.
Oh, bloody, hey. I'd love to say bloody Henry Cavill, like, you know, doing my bloody accent. Oh, no, apparently there were a right good chance. Anyway.
Well, it's not happening.
It doesn't sound like it anyway. Jesus Christ, Jason Carney, you're the man. Right, it's showtime, guys and girls. It is time for the main event. It's time for Mike Perry versus Jake Paul. Thank you all for being here. 7,000 of you. That's pretty cool. Although I will say this.
What are you going to say?
I had 85,000 once.
Are you gearing up for those kind of numbers?
We've got to up those numbers. Jesus, boys and girls. No, thank you all. Appreciate it. So here is the MC's introducing the fighters right now. The girls are smiling. The anticipation is building. Mm-hmm. And you guys are still asking questions.
Someone said Ryan Reynolds and Emily Blunt.
Sex back. The absolute next big thing in the tech world, and I dare you to give it all a chance, conceive, believe, achieve. Mr. Solo.
Okay.
It sounds interesting.
We'll give it a chance.
The next big thing in the tech world. Hold on, let's have a listen. John, let me know. Shoot me a message or something. Do I get demonetized if I keep doing that? Or Callum's in Las Vegas right now. So Mike Perry's getting walked out here to a couple of rappers with balaclavas on. I think no, he's not. They're just putting on a show.
It's like COVID masks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'd have to know more about it, Mr. Solo, before I start, making intros to Dana, as you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Bone Thugs. Okay, so it's the main event time. I don't know if Mike Perry pulls it off. I don't know if he wins. Here he is walking out here. I'll tell you what, with the look on his face, there's absolutely no way on this planet that Mike Perry's taking a dive. I know that is a rumour. It's a theory that's circulating and going around. I just don't buy it. I don't think Mike Perry's the type of guy that could be bought off like that. So this is going to be a real fight, without question. There's been rumours floating around that it's going to be, they're paid to slow the fights down. I don't believe that either. Easy money. Thank you, brother. Let's go Perry indeed. JKD says Jake Paul's clit is strong enough to be anyone in a wrestling match. Okay. Moving on.
Balfour's pies.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Stop going on about the pies.
Sorry, I'm thinking about meat pies now.
I know.
Well, there's people commenting.
Okay. I don't mind a good pie either.
Talking about pies.
Drew Kinney says he hated me at first. One of my favourite fighters now. One of the real ones. Thank you very much, brother. So, Mike Perry, what do we think? What do we think? I know we put a poll up before. Most of you think Mike Perry. God, I bloody hope so. I really do. Who do I like more, Colby or Masvidal? You know what? That's actually a tough one. I like them both. I like Masvidal a lot. Probably. But Colby, my interactions with Colby have been brilliant. I'm telling you. He's been an absolute gentleman. He's been so nice and so respectful and intelligent, polite. We got the poll up again now. Let me know. Real quick before we start, let me know in the chat, where are you all from? Let me know where are you from? Her pie. What's a pie cost? Pie cost, I don't know. What's a pie cost these days? 75p? £1.50?
Oh, what? More than that.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking back to when I used to go to the pie shop on my break at the factory. Yorkshire. Nice. Melbourne. Western New York. Middlesbrough. Tennessee.
South Carolina.
New Zealand in the
North
house.
Carolina.
San Diego, Texas. Fish and chips with a mug. Queens. Bronx. Russia. Thank you, brother. This fighter right now is going to be number one bullshit. I think Mike Perry is very good. I think he is more fighter. I think he's more vicious. But Jake Paul, bigger guy. The guy have more box. So I don't know about this. But Jake Paul out now walking with a weird thing on head with spikes. Logan next to him, nodding head, looking like dickhead. Jake Paul's dressed as a fucking gladiator. Oh, God. Could it get any cringier? Rebecca, did you ever get that metal detector?
No, he hasn't bought me one. But I want one in England.
Right. So Jake Paul's walking out currently. He's dressed as a gladiator. It's a terrible outfit. It's a terrible look. I don't know who's advising him on this. What is he doing? Oh, my God. John, you got to rip these bits for the reaction video that I'll do. This is just insane. What do you think of that outfit, babe?
It looks like a plastic outfit.
Yes.
It doesn't look real.
It looks like it's like
he's bought it from Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, it's like forward and like one of the cheap ones. You know, that you just throw away that your kids use. You know, my God. I mean, this is the thing. It's all the pomp and ceremony. PM, never thought I'd be spending a Saturday night with Bisping. Come on, Perry. I'm in Dublin, Ireland. All right, shout out to you. Paddy McCartan. All right, mate. Thank you very much for spending the night with me also. Easy money. Let's go, Perry. Boom. All right, down the bottom here. Let's have a look at the poll results. 73%. I've got Mike Perry. I hope you're all correct. I do. Boston, Massachusetts in the house. Mike can take bare knuckles. If he gets knocked out, it's rigged. Not necessarily. I'd love to agree with you. I'd love to agree, but that's not true. Pittsburgh, Maine, Australia. Don't be such a tease. All right, okay. Okay, we get it. Screw Mike. I'm here for Rebecca. Okay.
Well, I'm going to be leaving in a minute.
Are you not staying for the fight, babe?
Well, no, because then you can, you know.
Dial in.
Yes.
Okay. But you're bringing the energy down.
I know.
You're bringing the energy right down. What are you doing? You're just like, oh.
I'm sorry.
Right. But some people want you to say, John, put a poll up. John, put a poll up. Should Rebecca stay or go?
Should I stay or should I go?
Should Rebecca stay or go? I wouldn't watch Tyson versus Paul. Doesn't interest me, free or not. Let's go, Perry. Round 4 knockout from Gray, USA. What is your prediction? Oh, my God, this idiot. You can't see what he's doing. Now he's coming out like he's in the pulpit.
What is it?
It's gladiators used to do it.
Oh.
It's like a chariot. It's like a chariot.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, and he's got other people dressed as gladiators in front of him. Who is advising this person that this was a good look? How do you expect to be taken seriously when this is what you're doing? I'm sure every 12-year-old in the audience thinks it's great.
I don't know.
I'm sure all of the sycophants online, wow, what a show. But you look like an absolute joke. Oh, God, please. Mike Perry, please just destroy this guy. Rid the sport of boxing of this scourge. He is a scourge. He's an embarrassment to be associated with combat sports that this man is involved.
The mask looks like felt.
The mask, oh God, he's revealed himself. He took the mask off and all of a sudden, and he sticks the tongue out. Why did he do that?
I hate that.
I'm telling you right now.
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
You look like an idiot.
Why do people do it, babe?
I don't know. You tell me. It's always...
Why do they do it?
I don't know.
They feel they look like such a savage. You look like a cock.
Psycho. It's not a good
You look like a cock. The S&M look, you're right, Christopher. While I would love to see Mike Perry beat Jake Paul, I think Perry gets knocked out within three rounds. People should respect Jake more, to be honest. Maybe Griff, I understand what you're saying, but it's just all the shenanigans. It's the shenanigans. It's the
shenanigans.
It's this shit, man. It's the shit that comes out of his mouth. And it's the fact that he is yet to fight a proper fight. And someone his weight, his size, his strength, his age. That's why I don't have respect. But then whilst also simultaneously talking about becoming the cruiserweight champion of the world, beating Canelo, calling out Conor McGregor, who's way smaller as well. Zachary, what difference do gloves make in this fight? Okay, good question before we get started. Let's have a listen. Christopher Young's the referee. The gloves, big gloves, pillows on the hands, big boxing gloves, 10 ounce. You can see them coming, they're bigger. You can parry, you can slip, you can block way easier. You do this, it's hard to connect. MMA gloves, way smaller. This, you can still get in. You can come around, you can find the jaw. No gloves for Mike Perry further accentuates that point. However, you are still throwing punches. So when it comes down to it, it's still kind of the same thing, but there is big, big differences. Probably a disadvantage for Mike Perry. He's got an 0-1 record, which Jake Paul was talking about at the press conference. He's promoting the fight, babe. But he's like, oh, bro, you're 0-1. It's like, you might want to keep that down if you had half a fucking brain cell. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
He's like, you might want to not mention that. Mike Perry wasn't mentioning it. Jake Paul brings it up. Like, oh, I've got you. Your record's terrible.
I get it.
What the fuck? Oh, dear. Right, okay. Contain yourself. What a legend. Thank you. What a guy. Right. Less chance of Perry cutting him. Yeah, that's also... Can you guys hear that? Let me know. In the chat, let me know. I'm going to call this fight like I'm there. I will, beach ever. I'll call it like I'm there. All right, we've got 8,000 people. Should Rebecca stay or go? 82% say he should stay. What are you going to do? You're going to stay or go?
But I'm going to go.
All right, get out of here. Get out of it. I'll see you in just a minute after this fight. Take the chair, take the chair, take the chair. Quick, quick, quick. Take the chair. I'm very excited. Well, not excited. I'm just like nervous energy for Mike Perry. Let's go, Mike. Come on, buddy. Everyone in the MMA world is... They're counting on you, buddy. Mike Bisping, I am a Japanese princess. Assassins are coming to kill me, and I lost my purse. I promise you lots of money if you send me 3,000. Thank you, hon. It's on its way. Nick Scott, let's go. Round one, underway all day. Mike Perry, the king of violence. Let's fucking go. Jake Paul looks ridiculously bigger. Way bigger. Jake moving laterally, side to side. Nervous energy, terrible footwork, mind you. Crossing his feet on multiple occasions. Good body shot by Jake. Couple of jabs, came to the body, then came with another jab upstairs. So Jake lands first blood. Swinging. Jake's almost like twice the size. This is insane. I'll keep doing the super chats as well, guys, so don't worry. Perry. Oh, Jake knocks him down. Wow. My Perry just got dropped. My Perry just got dropped. He just got dropped. Good right hand from Jake Paul. Yeah, shit. Come on, Mike. Don't do this. Don't do this, Mike. Mike hasn't really let loose with anything. Little shot there, but not so much. Not much on it. The clinch up here. Mike's going to get the hands up high, the very low. He's going to move the head more. It's staggering how much bigger Jake looks here. Almost twice the size of him. Mike's been very hesitant. He's got to let it go. Now, he got dropped. He just ate a solid jab there as well. Mike's letting it go a little bit there. But as soon as they come in close, Jake clinches, which is, I was kind of concerned about that. Jake's jabbing to the body from a distance. He's trying to set up another big shot over the top. Mike Perry's got to get his hands up, though. He's got to get his hands up. The chin's up in the air, and the hands are low. All right, now, he's ripping on Jake in the corner. Landed a couple of good shots there. Nothing overly clean, like what Jake landed. Mike's chin is up. He needs to tuck the fucking chin. You tuck the chin here, you protect it. It's got to be here. When you jab, the chin is covered by your shoulder. Oh, he's wobbled. Mike's wobbled. Oh, God, this is bloody... So far, it's a depressing opening round. It's a depressing opening round. I'm not going to lie. Jake's backing up. Perry's got him in the corner, but he's got to capitalise on these moments. He's got to go. He's got to explode. He backs him up. He does all the work. He corners him, and then he's not letting it go. He did there. Throwing a couple of good shots, but Jake gets out the corner. Now Mike's covering up well. Now he's raising the hands. He's dropped the chin a little bit, but a nice uppercut by Jake Paul. Again with the jab. Jake's much busier. Round one. Big round for Jake Paul. Not going to lie. Right, let's have a look at some of these comments off topic, but your opinion. McGregor resume just not impressive. Aldo, Baby Max. I don't know what you're saying there, mate. Yeah, so that was a big opening round for Mike Perry. Yeah, that was a depressing opening round. It was a depressing opening round, considering that I really want Mike Perry to win. The ring girls are having a good little shake off there. They're showing some of the replays here. I think they're going to show the one that dropped him. Yeah, so it wasn't like a clean drop. Let's have a look again. Mike Perry was off balance. If these are his legs, his back leg came here and then he kind of got hit. So he was really off balance. That's not Jake's fault. That's just terrible foot placement at that moment. All right, round 2's underway. Straight back to it, though. Perry gets through with a little jab. Oh, nice right hand from Jake Paul. Jake's throwing the better shots. He's throwing the power shots. Looks like Jake might be a little tired already. We're in round 2, though. Oh! Massive 1-2 drops Mike Perry. Proper 1-2. I mean, that was as solid as they come. That was a good shot. It was a 1-2. Referee's giving him a close look. This could be over here, guys. This could be over. Jake Paul's now overexcited. He's swinging like a madman. But if another one of these gets through, Mike Perry's going to be done. He's going to be done. Jesus Christ. Mike's still wobbly. Chin's a little up. Hands are low. He's pushing forward, though. Fair play to him. He's got a big heart. Jake Paul with a double leg takedown attempt. Looking like Tyson Fury against Francis Ngannou. So, Perry has no defense at all. One of the commentators just said, and it's absolutely right, his defense is looking pretty bad here. His chin's high up, the hands are low. And Jake Paul is having a field day, swinging. He's just loading up and swinging big shots, and Mike Perry's not moving his head. He's walking him down, but he's taking a lot of shots. I mean, fair play to Jake. Mike Perry catches him there a little bit, nothing big though. Seems like Mike Perry's recovered now. Seems like he's recovered because that was close to being done. It really was. It was a big shot. It was a nice one too from Jake Paul. It was a solid shot. Big swing from Jake Paul. He gets, from Mike Perry, gets countered. At least Jake's got defense. He's got his hands by his head. Mike Perry slips the right hand there, grabs a hold, kind of takes Jake Paul down. And now Jake Paul's claiming he's been headbutted. Oh, shut up. You're dominating the fight. Oh, you had a little clash of heads. Shut up. Oh, nice right hand from Mike Perry. Best shot. His hands are low. Mike Perry's hands are by his waist. Got to get those up, buddy. You can't showboat. You almost finished him about a minute ago. Get the hands up, Mike. The last 30 seconds of this fight have been very different, though. I don't know if Mike was playing possum. He wasn't playing possum. But Mike seems to have a different energy from him here. Definitely seems to have a different energy, a different confidence. But he was getting handled, to be honest. And now he's swarming on Jake Paul. End of the round. Wow. So again, another bad round for Mike Perry. A great round for Jake Paul. A solid 1-2 drops him really hard. And he was wobbled. He was very, very dazed. But as I said, the last 30 seconds of that round, Mike Perry kind of had a different aura. It's like he just said, fuck this, let's go for it. And he started having a bit of success. You could see a bit of blood on the nose, a little bit of blood on the eye of Mike Perry. Boom. It was a right hand. We're just seeing the replay right now. I was going to say Cephas. Mike Perry was going for the Homer Simpson strategy. He kind of was. And he kind of is. Mike's there to brawl. Yeah, Zachary, brawling's all well and good, but you got to have defense at the same time. You got to have defense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, round 3. Clearly, Jake Paul has won 2 rounds to nothing so far. Jake looks fresh on the feet. He's bouncing on the toes. Perry's not moving the head. As I said before, you've got to be moving the head. You've always got to be in motion. And when you're swinging your punches, you move your head as you swing. Perry's just kind of a static target right now. Jake's on the outside. Perry pressures, gets him in the corner. Little right hook lands. A bit of head movement there. Slips a shot. Perry blocks with the arm. He's looking better in this round. Still early. Clips him with a left hook as well. Jake's like twice the size. So good left hook from Jake Paul. If Perry can get to the later rounds, but it's a big if. It's a big if because I didn't realize the size difference was quite so big. So far though, Perry, he hasn't landed anything flush I will say, when Jake's landed, that right hand that dropped him, it was on the chin, it was on the button. It was flush to the mush. But this is certainly a better round here. Okay, so Jake Paul's looking still confident. The hands are low, still looking sharp, still pushing the pace. This is round 3 of 8. But Mike Perry seems to have recovered now, because before it was looking bad. Slips again. Jake Paul going for the legs again. Going for a bloody double leg takedown. What is he doing? It's all that wrestling training for his preparation for mixed martial arts. I tell you, Jake just missed with an uppercut there, and he commits to the shots. I'll give him that. I don't talk shit necessarily about his boxing. It's more about just like the opponents that he chooses. He looks dangerous here. He's swinging big, heavy, strong blows. Mike Perry's walking him down again, got him cornered, not maximising on the position. Perry's pressuring. Jake's backing off the whole time. Nice little lead shot from Perry, and again, Jake Paul, again, they're nothing big, they're nothing flush, nothing troublesome so far. Nice little jab though from Jake Paul. This isn't a rigged fight, by the way, either. These guys are fighting. They fought. Oh, nice uppercut from Jake. It was a nice uppercut, timed perfectly. Perry took it well though. So at these points here, so Perry's dipping the head, he backs him up and he gets him near the ropes. At these points here, he's got to let go with the hands. He's got to throw combinations. One thing Jake's doing, he's throwing a lot of combinations. Mike Perry's not really throwing combinations. He's throwing singular shots, it's a little frustrating to watch, because he's got to get him up against the ropes, uppercut, left hook, right hook, uppercut, left hook, right hand, bang, 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 bang. You got to throw combinations. He's walking him down and looking for single shots like this. It's got to be boom, boom. Got to throw the combos. Anyway. While we're on the break, or on the thing, we'll do some of the chats. All right, dear. We've seen Jake get tired throughout the rounds. Yeah, it's Mike Perry's only chance, to be honest, because so far he's lost every single round. Of course, he could get tired, he could take over. But it's going to be hard to win a decision against Jake Paul. He's the promoter. To be honest, it doesn't look like he's going to lose the fight right now. But if it did go the distance, it's his promotion. He paid the judges. He paid the referees. He's paying Mike Perry. Right, Mike Perry, round 4 is underway. Perry's attacking aggressively, confidently, hands low, moving the hands, moving the feet. Eats a right hand, gets wobbled, stumbled, stays on the feet though. Clips him with a left hook, Jake Paul growing in confidence. Another left hook finds the mark for Jake Paul. 2 big swings from Jake. The second one lands. Mike Perry's taking them, but he's just looking like a punching bag right now. I hate to say that. Big respect for Mike Perry. Just calling it as I see it. He's looking a little troubled, a little concerned, a look in the eye. Jake Paul swinging big, aggressive shots. Mike is real, but looking for those big millions. Who wouldn't? Yeah, of course. Okay, so halfway almost. 2 minutes left of round 4. So this is the 4th round, halfway through the fight. Now, what has Mike Perry got in him? Because he's got to get the hands low. Like, he just threw a punch there. It was a little... There was no setup there. It wasn't the best shot. He's wobbled. He's going to be done. Mike Perry's hurt. He's wobbled. He's against the ropes. Jake's swarming all over him. Big shots, thunderous uppercuts, wild hooks. And Jake's swinging for the fences. Perry eats another jab, hard to the nose. And again, more jabs from Jake Paul. Perry's hands are low, defending with the face. Double jab from Jake Paul, second one lands. Jake Paul hasn't got a mark on him. Mike Perry's swinging at fresh air a little bit. Not the best look. He's hurt now. He's a little tired. He's damaged. He's dazed. He's confused. Now he's just fighting on pure will. Whereas Jake is comfortable. Well, it looks like we all were wrong. It looks like we were all wrong. Oh, Jake's hurt. Mike Perry's hurt. The body language isn't good. The hands are low. It looked like he was going to fall over a second ago. Oh, massive onslaught now by Jake Paul. Huge shots. Uppercut lands. Left hook lands. Right hook lands. Mike Perry stays on the feet. But Jake Paul is growing in confidence. He's sensing a finish. Mike Perry still attacking, pawing with the jab. Not snapping the jab, just pawing. Jake Paul twice the size with the lead hand, the lead jab, the lead left. Mike Perry looking a little lost right now, swinging at fresh air. Another series of jabs crushes the face of Mike Perry. And a right hand lands right as the bell went. And Mike Perry almost fell over. It's been 4 really, really hard rounds for Mike Perry right now. Jake Paul is way ahead in the scorecards. Could have been a 10-8. Guys, I'm going to have to come out of fucking retirement and deal with this dickhead. Fucking hell. Terrible fight. Fantastic commentary. Well, thank you, Kent. Why does Jake Paul look 27 and 47 at the same time? You're right, he does. He does. He really does. No idea. What did I do there? Anyway. Oh, crap. I've done something to the comments. Top shot. There we go. Anyway. Right. It's been a really, really good performance. I say really good. It hasn't been a really good performance, but it's been a strong, aggressive showing from Jake Paul so far. You know, he's definitely going for it, and he's definitely found the mark, and he's definitely hurt Mike Perry. Mike Perry's getting checked out by the doctor. It's not a good sign. All right, round 5 underway. Mike Perry's got to clean some things up. He hasn't got long left in this fight. He's looking wobbled. He's looking a little dazed and confused. His chin's a little high in the air. The hands aren't protecting the face. And Jake Paul looks to be a good 30, 40 pounds heavier. And he's having a field day. He's having a field day. He's having a bloody field day. Please unretire and KO Jake. Tell me about it, Brian. Tell me bloody about it. I would love to, mate. All right, let's keep watching here. So now Mike's kind of tentative. He's biting on the feints of Jake because he's taking some damage, and that's what happens. But Mike's still going forward. He's still pushing. He's still fighting. He's still got that dog in him. But even though he was hesitant, he had an opportunity to throw a right hand. But because he's taken damage, he kind of hesitated. And that's the human nature. It's just the way it goes. When you start taking damage, you start to second guess yourself. Another solid jab from Jake Paul. The reach advantage is massive. The size advantage. The power advantage is way more powerful because he's a way bigger guy. That's why you have weight classes. Why you have weight classes. It just is. There's a reason why they exist. They didn't just do them for fun. They didn't do them so they can have multiple champions. No. All right, there's a nice little attack from Mike Perry. A right hand left hook. Jake Paul covered it up well, though. Nothing really connected flush. Jake just misses with a sloppy but powerful right hand. Mike Perry's lucky it didn't connect, to be quite frank. It was sloppy, but it was a juggernaut of a right hand. He fucking went for it. So Mike's still walking him down. For anyone that's not watching the fight, Mike's walking him down. They just tied up there into a little clinch. Jake's body language is starting to look a little tired now. Mike Perry, the nose is red. There's blood on the face. A wild right hook from Jake Paul goes over the top. A little right hand connects, finds the mark. Mike Perry is showing a lot of heart, a lot of toughness. He's standing there, but he's just presenting the face as a target, and he's moving a bit like he just did there. But not enough for my humble opinion. Bisping, please knock Jake out. Tell me about it. Fish Slayer. I know. I'm old though, mate. I'm old. Who are we kidding? I never do though. All right, this is the end of round 5. Not a devastating round for Mike Perry, but certainly he lost this round. Jake Paul just swings. He commits to the shots. It makes him dangerous. He's a dangerous guy. He's swinging big power, nasty shots. Where Mike Perry isn't. Mike Perry isn't really committing to the shots. It's because he's been hurt and he's been wobbled. He's a little dazed. He's confused. It's just the way it is. Now we've got 3 rounds. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Can he do it? John, put a poll up. Can Mike Perry turn it around? Put a poll up, please, John. 11,000 of you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it's a little disappointing, isn't it? I wanted Mike Perry to win. Yeah, I thought he deserved it. I think he's the better person, you know. Jake Paul's looking very red with all those steroids. That's what people say. I'm joking. If Jake is so good, then enter professional boxing. Exactly. Go box Gilliam Smith. He's actually Jake's size. I know. That's why. Mike Perry fought at lightweight, fought at welterweight, and he's a mixed martial artist with a professional boxing record of 0-1. You know, I think our support for Mike Perry, because he's such a great guy, kind of sways, and you know, you think with your heart, not your head, your brain. But we're in round 6. It's the same stuff. Jake staying on the outside. He's happy to go back and circle. It's not a bad strategy because he's kind of catching Perry as he's coming in. He's got Perry chasing. There's a nice little straight left from Mike Perry that found the mark. Nothing to bother Jake. He ate it, no problem. He wasn't wobbled. Little feints from Jake. Perry's wobbled. And again, a big swarm from Jake Paul. He's eating shots, and Mike Perry goes down. Solid combination, big attack from Jake Paul. Multiple shots, the final one, bang, on the button. Sits him down. He's wobbled. That's it. It's over. It's over. Jake Paul, victorious. Once again, extends his record to 10-1. Listen, I was rooting for Mike Perry. Of course I was. The better man tonight was Jake Paul. But he was also the bigger man, the younger man, the professional boxer, the heavier man, the stronger man, the more powerful man, the more obnoxious man, the most annoying man, the bigger dildo by 10. Okay? But Mike knew what he was signing up for. He knew what he was signing up for. He's a big boy. He didn't get the job done. He was beaten soundly. Can't chalk it up to anything else. He was beaten by a bigger, stronger, better man tonight. Jake Paul committed to the shots. He threw nasty, nasty shots. Some of those punches could have dropped, you know, a lot of people. So it's not a disrespect to Mike Perry. He had some fundamental flaws. His chin was a little high. The hands were low. The head wasn't moving as much as I would have liked. But I'm not here to rip on Mike Perry. I'm not here to add insult to injury. Mike Perry got the job done. He did. But I was surprised. As he said at the pre-fight press conference, hey, you got a professional boxing record of 0-1. 0-1. And I didn't realise the size difference. When you saw them in the ring there, when you look at the size of Jake Paul to the size of Mike Perry, I mean, respect to Mike Perry. Respect to Mike Perry. Welcome to the club, Richie R4Daz98. But Perry's just not a boxer. He's a bare-knuckle brawler. He's not a boxer, you know. Bisping loses again. Jake, he's older, smaller, etc. Or Bisping loses against Jake. I don't know, mate. I don't know if I would, bro. I don't know if I was to train properly, if I could get this neck sorted. I don't reckon, mate. Whenever you send me, give up in a fight. Just doesn't happen. I guess it's up to Mike Tyson now. MC for says, yeah, it's up to Mike Tyson. It's up to a 58-year-old legend. He's the only guy out there. He's the only man capable. All right, so they're showing the replay. I mean, fucking hell. Any boxer here, and I'm not ripping on Jay, his feet are all over the place. They're off the ground, and he's swinging like a maniac because he can get away with it against Mike Perry. Not insulting Mike, but his feet are all over the place. Let me show you. Let me show you. His feet here, he's all over the place. He's dancing, he's crossing feet and swinging. This is what he's doing, right? Supposed to be here, stiff, boom, 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 here, there, shuffle, never crossing your feet, you know what I mean? Boom, fucking knee him in the face, you know. That tap dancing shit, I mean, that's going to make anyone laugh. Now, you could say that he got a little excited because he sensed the finish. Granted, emotions run high, but the footwork is just terrible. And as Tony Bellew said today, shout out Tony Bellew, if he fought anybody that with a proper boxing pedigree, he'd get smoked, and that's why he's not doing it. That's why he's not doing it. Can you come out of retirement, Joe says, and end this? You know what? It gets really tempting. It does. He probably don't want to fight me anyway, even though he offered a contract. He's doing big things. He's fighting Mike Tyson. I'd love to fucking have a do, though. But I'm old, man. I'm past it. I don't need it. I don't need it. You know what I mean? Been there, done it, but you never know. You never know. He does kind of make my blood boil because it's the epitome of a bully. It's bully boy tactics. He's created this persona by bullying people, and nobody respects a bully. Nobody likes people that pick on smaller guys. Deontay Wilder must have dressed him. I'm praying Perry destroys this fool. Yeah, I know. Matt LaRue, they're just going through some old ones here. Only true boxer that Jake fought was Fury. He wasn't even that good. I know. You're right, Boog, man. Yeah, you know, it's like, listen, he's a bully. He's a fucking bully. Take a fight where you actually don't know that you're going to win. And then I'll respect you. Take a fight against one of your peers. Take a fight against someone your size, strength, experience, and I'll respect you. But taking on this guy is ridiculous. And Mike Perry's a fighter, and he's a brawler. He's a bare-knuckle brawler, and he's a good, solid dude, and I like him a lot, and I was really hoping he could do it. But size matters. Experience matters. Resources matter. Anyway, he's a bully. He's a bully. And Logan Paul is there hyping him up. Oh, amazing, bro. Amazing. They're both a set of dildos. All right. Rebecca, we said you'd join after the live, so come and join us again. We'll do a quick 15-minute thingy bob while I just answer some questions here. What do you think? It's time for Darren Till versus Jake Paul. I would love that. Darren Till would be a tremendous next opponent. Darren Till is he's a Muay Thai fighter, but a very, very skilled Muay Thai fighter. He's not a boxer, but he's not a brawler. He's got skill. But I would like to see him against a real boxer. A real boxer. I don't know why he doesn't doing that. He's not a bully, he's a genius, says Sean Kirk. Yeah, I guess. But he doesn't need the money. He's got plenty of money, you know. So if he wants the respect from people like me, and I'm not the only one. This is not me bitter and scorned and going, oh. It's because we can all see, anybody that's from the fight community can see what's going on here. You know, his popularity and his following and you know, his fortune has allowed him to have the promotion and to cherry pick opponents, and he's bullying people. He's just bullying them and making a lot of money off it, and good for him. But if he fought a real boxer, then I would shut the fuck up and I'd say respect, fair play. And I did say he might have made a mistake against Mike Perry. I made the mistake saying that. Mike Perry should have seen the size difference between them both.
I know. He looks like he's like, you know.
What? Say it?
On steroids.
Oh, right. Okay. he does look like he's on steroids, but whatever. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Jake is going to beat every MMA fighter under 205 pounds in boxing. The fact that you're calling him a bullet is kind of disconnected from combat sports. No, it's not, Griff. Here's what you don't understand. Because he's fighting people that are considerably smaller. Who cherry picks people that are smaller with less experience? You don't know what you're talking about, Griff. With respect. A bully, let's talk about this. If someone's in a bar a big, strong dude, and they're picking a fight with a smaller guy, instantly, you're a bully. And that's what he's doing here. He even said it himself at the press conference. He's 0-1 in boxing. He's half his bloody size. He's got no experience in professional boxing. And Mike Perry's he's a badass. And he's like, fuck it, I'll have a go. I'll try and be great. I'll try and end the hype train and make a shit ton of money while he's doing it.
Is it if it's a bully, if Mike Perry was up for it?
Yeah, of course.
Is that bullying still?
Yeah, no. You're supposed to take on challenges that push you, that you don't know you can win. You're supposed to you're supposed to try and climb the mountain and take challenges that scare you. You know?
Did you think Mike Perry was going to win?
I was hoping he would win. And I think maybe I was blinded a little bit, and it sounds easy to say now, and
Well, maybe the fact that Jake Paul, I didn't watch it, but Jake Paul won means that you do need to maybe give him some respect.
Oh,
Not
no.
but people personally.
No.
Maybe it is time to be like, okay, maybe.
No. Listen, I was very. I mean, he was swinging big heavy shots. He's a big, strong guy. Jake Paul was outmatched. Yeah, and you could see it clearly. Once they stepped in the ring, Mike Perry, yeah. Once they stepped in the ring and they had no clothes on, you know what I mean?
So half naked.
And you could see them actual throw down. It's like, this is a mismatch.
Yeah.
It straight away, you know? Put him in there with another real boxer. I'm looking on the DAZN feed here saying, put Potan in there. No, Potan's a kickboxer. He wants to be a boxer. Go up against a proper boxer.
Like who?
I don't follow boxing where I know the people that are ranked
Who's
number 10.
high profile enough where he's because he obviously wants the money that's going to.
Hold on, let's have a listen.
You did a great job. You were way too fast for me, and I couldn't adjust. But I just want to thank everybody for coming out, showing love and support. Orlando, Florida, Tampa, I appreciate y'all for showing up, and I tried, man, but the kid hit me hard. The first round, when you knocked me down, you were too heavy.
Yeah. Look, listen. Yeah, hey, fair play. Listen, fair play. He won the fight. But I just have no respect for the matchmaking. I have no respect for the matchmaking. I have no respect for him. Yeah? And that's about that. That's about it. He just called out Potan. No, he didn't. Did he call out Alex Pereira? No, he didn't. Did he call out Alex Pereira? Because he knows Alex Pereira's under contract with the UFC and it's never going to happen. Anyway, they sparred in the past, so Jake and his team were well aware of the size difference. Bully boy tactics, Sean M. Exactly. All right, well, anyway, that didn't work out as planned, did it? Fucking
It's a bit
hell.
of an anticlimax.
Jesus Christ, Mike Perry, what are you doing?
So was the idea that he was he was fighting for all MMA fighters, Mike Perry?
Well, he's not fighting for MMA fighters
Yeah,
because
but
he hasn't been an MMA fighter for a while. But yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh dearie me. Well, what are you gonna do? It goes on. It continues.
Life
The
goes
bullshit.
on.
No, the bullshit continues.
Oh.
Well, at least Michael Bisping put on a winning performance. Good night, all. Well, thank you. I did. And we've still got. Let's have a look. There's still over 6,000 of you left. So we'll answer a few questions quickly for 10-15 minutes and then we'll leave you to it.
Been on here a while.
I have been on it for a while.
How long?
I don't know, 3 hours I think.
Wow.
I know. Yeah, so I am commentating in Manchester. I love you guys. I'm done giving money, but high respect to the Bisping family. Bisping would whoop Perry in a boxing match. Bisping wasn't saying that before. I wasn't, because I was kind of sold on the fighter of Mike Perry and all the rest of it. I was, but then when you actually see the fight go down and you see the size of them together, then it's like, straight away I was like, oh shit, I didn't realise he was that much bigger, you know?
Adam Smith says Bisping crybaby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's Alex Pereira on FaceTime. Let's have a listen.
Look at what we're doing right now. This is a real-time moment. I feel like
What is he doing?
he has to do all this promo, all this trash talk. He's promoting all these different brands, and he's on FaceTime with a UFC champion right now.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, that fight could never take place right now. But I would love to see Alex Pereira. See, the thing is, Alex Pereira's gigantic. He will be having a taste of...
Is he middleweight?
No, he's the light heavyweight champ.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
he's a light heavyweight champ. He was middleweight champ. It'd be hilarious to see him in there, undersized, and get a taste of his own fucking medicine. Do you know what I mean?
It'll happen one day.
Yeah. Anyway, Jake would easily destroy Bisping. Ooh, you're hard. Well, hey, listen, fair play though. He looked good. He looked powerful. Jake didn't have the best showing, man. He didn't. It wasn't a good night. Maybe it was the pressure. Maybe it was the moment. Maybe it was that right hand that Jake Paul just dropped him with there. It's a good shot, to be fair. But the matchmaking is shite. Alex is hilarious for that. Yeah, Kyle, you're right. It is hilarious. But how did that come to be? How did they just happen to FaceTime in the ring? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was Rebecca crying? Jeremilos wants to know.
Was I crying?
Were you crying, babe?
No.
Were you devastated?
What, when Mike Perry lost?
Yeah.
It's beside myself.
Says, but a lot of people saying, why are you crying?
What?
Everyone, have you just been crying?
Oh, wait. Do my eyes look red? I've been eating Takis.
Oh, the
Spicy.
Tarkies are doing it. The Tarkies will do it. Oh, well. Well, Jake Paul proved us wrong again. Oh, dear.
Her eyes a bit red.
Someone here would drink your bath water.
Be hot.
bit
I like
weird.
a hot bath.
Yeah, she likes a hot bath. Guys, I think we're done here.
I think we are.
We should end on a high.
Is this the high?
It's not a high, but I mean, in terms of numbers, we can't just milk it and to let everyone drip off bit by bit. There's 7 people left. All right, I'll do an official review video, but lots of content coming out this week. I fly to Manchester tomorrow. I'm recording an episode of the Believe You Me podcast. So if you haven't subscribed and rang that bell, do so. Michael Bisping podcast, Believe You Me. Tomorrow, I've got 3 great guests. Marlon Cheeto Vera's joining. I'm also joined by, who else am I joined by? Michael Chiesa, who's fighting Tony Ferguson. And then there was a third, I can't remember. But still, Marlon Cheeto Vera. And Anthony Smith, of course, Mr. Lionheart himself. He will be on the call with me. He'll be on the show with me. So, yeah, there you go. We'll call it a night. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting what I do. Bisping finished Jake the job. Jake finished the job. Bisping versus Jake finished the job. I'd love to. Yeah, no, everyone's saying that. I know. I wouldn't. I'm done. I've got no designs. I'm done.
You've got no real desire, right?
I don't know. When I watch that, it kind of does kind of like grind my gears a little bit. I just like to put him in his place. But there's a lot of people out there that could do that. Doesn't need me to save the day.
No. You good.
Rebecca, he loves you.
I love you too.
She loves you too. She loves you too. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.